the Balls Podcast
with Mark Davis, Chris Meinhardt, Luke Rule, Jake Winnikine, Alan Tomasella, and Nick the Doc Skirkle. Welcome aboard to All About the Balls Podcast. I'm Mark Davis, joined alongside Alan Tomasella, and last second, Chris Meinhardt popped in as soon as it started.
Yeah,
we have a three-man squad tonight, and Alan, you know this is you've been wanting to do this for a while. I know we've unfortunately had some things that popped up that couldn't happen, but it's Game 7. They say it's the two best words in sports. Game 7, Pacers, Thunder. How pumped are you?
man, I'm super excited. I'm actually right now, I've had a really busy day today. I drove back from Tennessee today. And so I got a lot of shit going on. I'm like doing my last minute bets. I'm putting them in right now. You know that every single betting app for anybody that does betting, all right, you literally should have every app that's available to you, and you filter through them so that you can get the promos that they drop every day. And I just go through each one. I try to find out which one has odds boosts, or they had if they've got bonus bets that come back to you, all those different things. But whatever ones have the best promos, those are the ones you go with. And I'm trying to hit them hard right now because this game, I'm trying to find one where I can put Holly for a game winner. That's what I'm trying to do.
Chris Meinhardt, love the jersey tonight. Shout out to the SEC as they notched a college baseball championship. LSU Tigers, number 8 in college baseball. Chris, how excited are you to be here tonight? And congratulations to the Tigers. Suck that Tiger dick, bitch.
Thanks, Mark. Absolutely thrilled. Hey, it was a pretty good game to watch. If you weren't a baseball fan, it might have been terrible to watch.
Well, tonight would have been a good night to watch it.
Yeah, tonight was a good night. Hey, I mean, hot take, maybe early. Jay Johnson starting a dynasty over at LSU for baseball. 2 in the past 3 years, and 2 while he's been there for 4 years. So, little dynasty starting.
Little dynasty, yeah, 2 so far. Boys, games
fastest
kicking off.
coach to get 2 in the same school too.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw he went with Arizona back in the day too.
This was honestly a revenge game. So
2016,
2016 when Coastal won the whole thing, they beat LSU in the regional. So it was a revenge game for LSU, and then Coastal beat Jay Johnson at Arizona his first time at Omaha. So it was a double revenge game for us.
Double revenge game. Well, it's time, guys. NBA Finals right now. They're kicking off with the national anthem. Sorry, I had that in the background. I was trying with the TV a little bit. But, yeah, they're doing the national anthem. This girl's – she had a good little voice. Shout out to her. And Game 7. Hey, I don't know if you guys
Big Game 7.
Tonight, it's sponsored by a company that's not with us at the moment, but they will be one day. Coors Light. Always skiing. Mountains are always blue. Unless you're Jake. He shows his Coors Lights when they're gray. Even the dog knows. Even the dog knows.
Even the dogs know.
Even the dog knows the mountains cannot be gray when you're posting a fucking photo, But before we jump into the game, let's talk real quick. Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets.
Kevin Durant.
Chris, you know who that is, right?
I do know who that is. Big man.
Okay. Well, he's kind of skinny.
Average 26 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 50% field goal. Let's give him respect. 52.7 field goal percentage. Big man. Couldn't get it done over. Did he get it done over at
He's only got done Golden State.
He did not get it done over at Golden State.
No, only
the fact check.
That's the only team he got it done with.
Yeah, that's the only place he got it done.
Okay. Only got it done at Golden State when they had fucking superstars over there. LeBron James would know about having stud roster.
LeBron didn't have that stud of a roster.
True.
He never had that good. But guys, man, I like the trade for the Rockets.
Wait, hold on. I have a question, Chris. Comparative, who do you think is better, Zion or KD?
Zion.
Okay.
LeBron or Zion?
Zion.
Yeah.
Zion or MJ?
Zion.
Oh, that's tough. Wait.
It's a tough one. It's the toughest one now. Zion or Kobe?
The only one that I wouldn't rank above Zion is Shaq.
Okay. Because that's kind of like he's kind of like the same player, except
No.
he's shorter.
Shaq went to that college that Chris is wearing.
Shaq
right
went
now.
to LSU. So
Oh,
gotta
okay.
gotta
That
show.
Wait.
makes sense now.
All right, now this was what might hurt Allen's feelings, but Zion or Kobe?
Listen, he already answered it.
That's a tough one. I might have to lean the other way and go Zion here.
The other way. Well, I mean, at least you got someone over him. You got Shaq. I mean, Shaq, the Diesel, the Aristotle, Superman.
Prime Shaq.
God, I love Shaq. Shaq's a great. I mean, he's just he's a character.
You see, you should talk Zion, but I think the thing about it is like we haven't even seen his prime yet.
Are we ever going to see his prime?
Yeah.
One day.
Shout out to you, Zion, if you're watching ever one of this. But no,
I hop on the pod, Zion.
If Zion's on the pod, like I say, if we ever got any
you.
athlete, if we
I'll
got
feed
any,
you.
I'll DoorDash, Uber Eats you some meals. If any athlete ever joins the show, I will support that player until the day they are done with in either league they're in. I don't care what sport it is. No, but back to the trade. I like the trade. I mean, they get one first rounder really, and Jalen Green. So I mean, it ain't that big of a deal.
Yeah, no, I like the trade too for OKC for Phoenix. I really have no idea what the hell they're doing.
They have all shooting guards.
Yeah, I mean their entire roster is shooting guards. You've got not only do you have Booker, Beal, and now Jalen Green. You also have Grayson Allen, and Dylan Brooks also plays shooting guard too. So they're about to pay like $150 million to one position, and I don't know if you can even push these guys into other positions. Dylan Brooks, I think, has played the power forward position before. I just don't know if you can actually do it. It's a little bit tough, but maybe they're planning on making moves. There has been reports. There has been reports that Beal might get bought out. Hold on, let me take
No,
a look at my mic.
It just sounds like you're far away. Maybe it could be just you're far away, or it just could be the connection. Chris, Kevin Durant won a championship in Houston.
Dude, man, could he? Could he? No, I don't think so.
Well, since you're talking about non-baseball fans, Chris, for a non-basketball fan, what kind of score are you wanting? I know Luke wanted high scoring for baseball. What do you want for this game?
Yeah, dude, man, I'm looking for an offensive game here.
Does it trend that way in Game 7s of NBA Finals history?
I know it doesn't, but I mean,
we don't have many, according to Nick Wright. His math isn't mathing. He said 4, but now it's the 5th one. Dude, I'm just so sick of these fucking personalities on TV. Like, you have one job.
Listen, I just want to put it out to like probably the one listener we have that I'm not on here as a basketball host. Okay, I'm not.
Hey, you've done more basketball episodes this season than Jake has.
Hey,
that's actually a true statement at this point.
Round me up.
Chris, who do you want to win, though?
I want OKC to win, so I don't have to hear Allen.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Right.
It's gonna be very bad.
I don't want to hear Allen in the Discord.
Listen.
Us being live is gonna be good because he doesn't have to text as much, so we won't have to read it.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. You won't have to mute the chat because I know that's what you guys do.
No, I don't mute the chat. I just ignore it.
I don't mute the chat. I look at the chat for a little bit and then
Luke muted the basketball part. The whole chat. He actually muted the basketball section. Well,
yeah,
if you hit the first basket.
Look at that block. Hey.
God, y'all are far ahead.
I just saw the first shot.
I'm not live.
I just saw the first shot. That's all I saw. Allen's like probably
my thing was still doing like the player interviews.
Allen's 15 seconds ahead of me.
Oh shit.
No, you're good. You're good. I don't care.
Very important note here. If Halliburton makes his first shot,
well, he just took his first shot.
He missed it.
No, it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
He got fouled. Yeah, Chris. If you shoot a basketball and you make it on a foul, it'll count as a make. But if you shoot it and you miss it, they don't count it as a shot attempt.
Interesting. You see, I'm learning things here. Who are we talking about?
Well, that was Halliburton shot it. He got fouled before he
Number
went.
5 on the blue team.
Right now I'm watching Gigeous-Alexander just do his thing.
Oh.
Alexander was cooking on that, man. He's saucing up. Where's the refs at, man? I heard they're in the Thunder's pocket. I guess you're
Dude, I heard a lot about officiating today.
About officiating today?
Oh, dude, that umpire was quick to eject that guy.
There's a lot of talk already.
So is he suspended for the first 2 games of next season?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So the reason he got suspended was because he didn't.
He was prolonging it.
Yeah, he didn't get off.
It sucks when you don't get off.
And the first baseman coach was the one yelling about balls and strikes, and that's what made the head coach come out.
I do think for this game, though, real quick, is the Pacers do got to have the faster start of the 2 teams.
Oh, agreed. They've got to put the pressure on the Thunder.
They got to do what they did.
What was that?
Yeah, they've got to come out to a hot start because.
Yeah, it's very hard to go against Chet Holmgren. You know, he's 7'1". He's from Gonzaga University. Never won a national championship, but might win his first. He might win a finals. He might win NBA Finals this year.
Yeah, he's been getting scrutinized a lot though. He hasn't played very well in the series. Last game, he was just a complete stinker. He had 0 blocks, and that's the one thing you really got him in the game for. He's shooting 11% from 3 in the finals. Like
Chris, 11%. That's pretty low.
Yeah, that's really
percentage. Bad. Out of 100?
Out of 100, yeah.
Even
that's how percentages work.
Yeah, I was just making sure. So, like, if he took 100 shots, he's only making 11 shots.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. That's not very good.
No. Anything over 40% is
gonna be SGA game.
Good.
It's gonna be an SGA game. Number 2 on the blue.
That was a nice block.
By one. Oh, I heard he can't play defense, Alan. You said he couldn't play defense. This guy's out here cooking. Isn't he Canadian?
Mm-hmm.
The Canadian destroyer right now.
So here, I'm gonna give you my keys to victory right here for OKC. Go. Okay.
All
right. Let's hear
it. When the clock hits triple zeros in the 4th quarter, OKC has to have more numbers than the Pacers.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they don't, then
what happens if they have the same amount?
Woo!
Then the Pacers are going to win in overtime.
Man.
Oh,
see, I like what you think.
Didn't you bet Halliburton's first shot?
No. His first shot was a block foul though.
Oh yeah, he did get blocked.
Not the SGA just blocked him. But I do want to try to find a Halliburton game winner. That's what I want to look for. Oh my God. Hey. Pacers are coming out.
They're coming out, Chris.
Pause.
They're out of their way of Indianapolis, Indiana. That's Pat McAfee's home.
So what's the statistics about the seventh game, Mark? The analytical statistical.
Well, I mean, if you're talking Allen's stat, the last 3 that were up 3-2 in game 6 of the finals that lost game 6, lost game 7. But the Thunder this year, they were up 3-2 against the Nuggets, won game 6 or lost game 6 and then won game 7. So they might reverse that trend. And then also the Thunder have never lost back-to-back games this playoffs. I mean, that's actually pretty big.
So what I'm hearing is you're going with all of the statistics for this year. And while that is obviously it's the most recent.
I'm just going with the statistic that favors my narrative.
Well, that's what everybody's going to do, right?
Yeah, that's what everyone does.
However, I'm looking at historical context, and in historical context, there's been 8 game 7s in the finals since the ABA and NBA merger.
Okay.
All right. And every single one of them have been a one-score game with a minute left. That to me favors the Pacers. Yes, the Thunder are a great team, but they get into ISO ball. And so it's going to have to be Jalen Williams and SGA just
Isolation.
making plays because they don't move the ball.
The question, though, is based on your stat, though, with the last three, though, is there Kobe or LeBron in this game? Because that's very key, in my opinion. Because Kobe obviously was on the Lakers one, and then you had LeBron with the Heatles, and then
my God,
the Cavaliers.
Oh, my God.
I was not happy with what your brother said, though.
Listen, Halliburton has not had a game this series, and he's having a game in Game 7. Like every single series so far, he's had like a 30-point game, and he hasn't had one yet. And now this man just hit 3 threes in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I still don't respect what your brother said, though, comparing Halliburton to LeBron and Kobe.
Okay.
I was not a fan of that statement. No, I actually do want the Pacers to win.
I understand your point on that. I don't think anybody really – obviously, Halliburton is not Kobe and LeBron the way that he plays on a consistent basis. But he is having an all-time legendary playoff run.
Legendary
Playoff run. When you look at the game-winning shots, the moments that he's had in these playoffs, yes, he's had his lackluster 4 games. That is who he is, right? But when you look at the totality of the playoffs, this single playoffs, he's had more game winners in this playoffs than some guys, some of the greatest players, more than Kobe ever had in his entire playoff career.
Well, according to Max Kellerman back in the day, Kobe was Kawhi's more clutch because Kobe he took a bad shots and he got a lot of good ones obviously made, but that's why he compared Kawhi to Kobe. Been watching some clips lately about it, so trying to touch on my knowledge too.
Well, a lot of Max Kellerman that was all relative to
his narrative.
Late Kobe,
Kobe,
right? And late Kobe just didn't have the same ability to separate. Early Kobe was still that guy.
You said about any player though, honestly, any player in their later years. Now, Chris, if Halliburton does ball out today and the Pacers win, this will be a world-changing event that generations will talk about for years.
Generational.
Would you call it generational?
I mean, it would be generational, and then this would be.
I concur.
I was told like a few days ago, something was going to happen that was world generational breaking. I think you were late, and I think this is the world generational breaking tonight. That's going to happen where our kids are going to be talking about Halliburton, and their kids are going to talk about Tyrese Halliburton, and I'm all for it. I like him. He's great, honestly. I think his personality is amazing. Him on the Pat McAfee show is hilarious. I don't know if you watch him on that, Alan. He's fucking hilarious. Halliburton's a character.
Yeah, he is a character. I don't really watch it. I know that Pat McAfee is huge on the Pacers. He's all about Indianapolis. So,
what's funny was he hated the Pacers 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. He didn't hate them. He just thought everything they were doing was bullshit. They couldn't win. Obviously he's not a basketball guy, but him and Halliburton have they have a good friendship. He comes on the show a lot. He actually got Halliburton was actually trying to get the boys to say the song In Paris, and he kept saying, "What's that first word?" And no one would say it, but they do have a guy of color in the back, so he said it. And exactly. He kept trying.
I think Chris is actually trying to figure out what word.
No, he knows the song. He knows the song. It's the Jay-Z song. He kept trying, and Boston Connor's I'm not gonna say it. I think I know what you're saying, but I can't say it. And then they had the one guy back in the back actually say it. But I like Halliburton. I like this team, man. It's just shout out to Gainbridge. They're out there having a good party. That's all sold out. Out there in Indiana. Yeah, 9 points, second most in the first quarter of this playoffs for Halliburton.
Man.
Caruso checked in.
Yep.
Former NBA Finals winner himself.
With the Lakers back in 2020.
That was Chris also called the Disney year.
It was called the Disney year.
Oh, and Crusoe hits a 3. Man, what a guy! He looks like Jake Winnicott if you actually look at him a little bit. I'm not lying. He looks like Jake.
He does kind of look like Jake.
Jake said that a couple years ago too. Like that's nothing new. Damn, they are surrounding Halliburton. Halliburton's injury doesn't appear to be a factor right now, honestly. Which is big because
nice steal.
If you play with that calf injury,
Are you gonna call? They're gonna call that a jump ball?
Yeah,
he clearly has the ball.
Chris, do you know what a jump ball is?
Yeah, it's when they jump for the ball.
Yeah,
you got to jump. It's in the words.
Yeah, but do you know why you get a jump ball?
Oh yeah.
All right. I don't know how much LSU. I know you watch LSU sports. I don't know how much you watch basketball wise. So
none, because we suck.
You used to watch the women's when Angel Reese was there.
When we were in the finals, yeah.
just the last few games.
Yeah.
Hey, she's the queen of double doubles. That's what they call her.
Doubles.
That's a new term.
Don't say it trademarked.
Yeah, it's trademarked. We're just saying that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Hey man, she's trying to get that money. I mean, it is a me double. I mean, she is getting her own. Oh no, it's a me bound.
Me bound.
Yeah, me bound. That one's trademarked. Me bound. I don't think me double is. That was the worst jump ball I think I've ever seen in my life. By the way.
Yeah, it was horrible. Chris.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Mark says you're a fellow connoisseur of the Zen.
Switched over to Vela.
Oh no, not the Velo.
Yes, sir.
What is it? I tried that because they had like some really like flavors that I was like, oh, you know what? I might want to try that. I think they had like a mango dragon fruit one or something like that.
Yeah, Alan was trying to talk me into doing Zen after the show we did for the NFC North, which if anyone's watching, go watch our pre-recorded episodes of the NFL division breakdowns. We had a hot one. A lot of entertainment with the Minnesota Vikings and Green Bay Packers, tell you that.
Oh yeah, that was a great show. I think we went back and forth a couple times. Really got into it on some teams that I didn't think we were expecting to get into it on, and it was definitely worth the show.
We are going to mix things up though. We are going to do the West last because Chris is taking vacation. So this week will be the AFC West. Next week will be the NFC West. No, I'm sorry. Chris, when do you leave again? For out of town?
The 10th, I think.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to do the AFC West, NFC West, and then instead of doing the AFC South, we'll do the NFC South first so we can get Chris in there for the Saints.
Nice.
Surprise!
I just got to make sure that I'm there for the NFC West show.
That will be the week of 4th of July, like that, probably like the 2nd or the 1st of July.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll be here. You know,
I'm going out of town for the 4th.
I'm not out until the 8th of July.
So you probably won't be in the NFC South episode then.
Yeah. It's all right. I'll send it to you. I'll send you what I got.
When you're out there, are you going to be able to record still or?
I'm bringing my laptop. I'm going to see what I got, what I have available to me.
Halliburton fell. Is he hurt?
Yeah, he's crying, man.
I was just saying there's the Achilles. He did it. He said he popped it. Oh man. I was just saying that.
Oh, I just saw it too. I just saw it.
There goes the Achilles. The Pacer season's done next year. Damn, dude.
Oh my God, that is horrible.
I was just saying that I'm surprised he's playing as good as he is because you have that fear of the Achilles.
Boys,
it's that
this is brutal.
This is brutal. My bets are all looking bad right now. Okay?
People were shocked that he was not going to. He was going to do this last game because it's the same thing with Kevin. Same thing with was it Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
When he was with the Warriors, He tore his Achilles with the Thunder, and it's when you put that much strain on your calf, it's going to force the rest of your body to do it, and it's unfortunate. That's his season. That's the season next year too.
Boys, I'll be right back.
It is. It is. I got to get a Zen. I've got to regroup here because this is devastating. I still think the Pacers can win without him, though. I will say that.
Yeah, you just need that TJ McConnell game you were talking about before the game.
Yeah, I think you can get it with the TJ McConnell and
damn, the East might be wide open next year. Just saying.
I mean, it was already wide open because we didn't think that the Pacers could really compete with another superstar level team. And if now Halliburton is out, like that's another.
If Giannis can't win with that, or the Knicks can't win with Halliburton and Jason Tatum being hurt, that is a shame on those two squads. Just saying.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is the Magic's year. Maybe Magic grow into it.
Yeah, I mean, they have Desmond Bane, and then with Paulo and Franz Wagner. I want to see more from Franz in the big moments. I've never been a big Magic fan, but after going to a couple games with my brother, man, I kind of actually been like low key, like actually wanting to do good just for the state of Florida. But yeah, if they can't win, if
I heard we were discussing like possible teams for next year. We talked about the Magic.
Well, we're talking, Chris. If
named some other teams, but there's one team we didn't name yet.
Well, they're not in the East. If you're going to talk about them,
oh, okay. Disregard.
Yeah,
Disregard.
It's okay.
Disregard.
But
now the West, though, you guys will be able to take.
It is possible you could be rooting for Zion on a team in the East.
Absolutely not. If he ever leaves the Pelicans, he sucks dick. I shouldn't say that. Sorry, we're live.
We're not making fun of you if you do. We're just saying, like, you suck. That's the term. Yeah, it's like,
I don't think that Zion does that. I mean, he's got too many other instances of issues with females. So I don't think he does that.
Allegedly,
also civil matter. So it probably wasn't true.
Well, allegedly,
money.
Allegedly,
no, it was civil matters. So
no. Well,
that's not alleged.
Well, the probably only wants money part.
Okay, allegedly. Yeah.
Let's not. I don't want to bash this.
Yeah.
I don't know her name or anything, but like.
Oh man.
Oh, dude! When he went down, he said, "Yeah, I'm done." Like he said, "Yeah, it happened." Like he's crying. He's crying as he's going down, dude. Like, why do they keep showing it, dude?
Yeah, I mean, it's a full-on pop. You can see it.
He went down twice on two different occasions.
Yeah, the last one was in Game 5.
Okay. Damn,
the first one that they showed was in Game 5.
Now I kind of want the Pacers to win even more now for Halliburton.
Yeah.
Hey, Alan, if they do win and you're going to talk all your shit, which rightfully you should, just target Jake, because me and Chris have been pretty cool tonight. Just come at Jake only. I think Chris can agree with that one too.
Towel overhead, limping.
Oh man! I shout out to James Johnson for carrying him too.
Yeah. Well, with that injury, Thunder kind of got a gimme on this one.
Well, you would think they have a gimme.
So.
But you see a lot of times when I would say he's their best player. He's definitely one of their leaders, and Miles Turner are the captains. You see the team step up for that absence player. See a lot of time in basketball. Football definitely happens. Baseball is a little different when it comes to, because as much interaction in baseball with the team than you do with football and basketball, obviously. But you see it in baseball too. It's more common in football and basketball, but when your star player goes down and whatnot.
Yeah. But Pascal Siakam has a finals already, and he also has 4 Game 7s as far as experience goes. So he's definitely the guy that they were expecting him to play well tonight anyway. But now with Halliburton's injury, he's the guy that has to step up and really shoulder this.
Is Siakam the finals MVP if they win now?
I mean, I think he was already going to be the Finals MVP, but he's already going to have the moments now. He'll have the statistics because he has to have a big game for them to win.
SGA is going to win it for the Thunder if they win.
So are we just giving up on? Are we giving up on the Pacers tonight?
No.
Absolutely not. No.
I think by halftime we'll see kind of where they stand. I mean, right now the Thunder are kind of just bricking shots, anyways. But I think by halftime you'll get like if they're in the game, like they're within a couple points, they're in the game. But if they're down by 10, 15 at halftime, then I would unfortunately say it's probably a done game. They need to be within striking range still.
Yeah.
Give me a football reference of this injury.
So like right now, like if so he's their best player, he's their leader. I wouldn't say like he's necessarily. I would say he's the quarterback. So like for example, you remember Chris when the Chiefs were playing the Browns in the playoffs and Mahomes went down with that ankle or concussion, whatever it was. I think it was concussion actually. It was Baker's on the Browns and the backup came in, had that fucking 15, 20-yard run to get the first down. That's what it would be like, and that's what they need. They need someone to step up. Like Alan said before the show, maybe T.J. McConnell, maybe this is his game. He's been hot the last couple games.
Well, they really need Turner to show up tonight because he's the one guy that hasn't played well, and he's the guy who can shoot the three. If he has a game where he just puts in a couple of threes and plays very well, that could be what they need to turn this. But yeah, it's definitely in the Thunder's favor now, and I bet you get on right now. The live bets probably have this game at about a minus 550, somewhere around there.
It just sucks to see because, like, I mean, I know the Thunder, like, I mean, if they win, they win. Like, they're going to take the win. But I guarantee you they don't want SJ or Halliburton to be hurt. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They want to beat their best players. But, hey, you got to take – well, that was a dumb pass by McConnell. That was a terrible pass by McConnell. That's things you can't – now with Halliburton gone, you got to limit turnovers, too. That's a big thing. You can't turn the ball over on dumb passes or, you know, things like that. I mean, I guess blocks are understandable.
I made 2 bets tonight.
Well, they should cancel out. If it's Halliburton bet, should cancel out.
I bet the Pacers to win with a profit boost from Bet MGM, so $25 on that. And then I also bet the Pacers on I'm
glad I didn't bet tonight.
Let's see here.
Well, on
Caesars, I bet with a profit boost. I bet the Pacers plus 6.5, and the game to be under 215 points.
See, the only thing I can bet are like underdog and all that, like the player bets, like player parlays.
Yeah,
and the good thing about those two, like if you bet Halliburton on those, as long as if everything else hits, and the only thing that didn't hit would be the Halliburton one, obviously, you get your money back.
Yeah.
So like that's the good thing.
There we go. Man, Mathurin is just so up and down, man. He had that one game where he just went crazy, but he just has some bonehead plays every once in a while, and I just look at him.
Well, he just got a knee bound. Shout out to Angel Reese.
Oh.
He did. He got his own rebound.
And made it. That's something Angel Reese wanted to, though.
Well,
that is true.
Until the third try.
Third or fourth try.
There's just been this running thing on TikTok I see where they bet her, like they bet every time for her to miss her first shot. And like it's been like a big – I don't know if it's still active or going or not, but it pops up. And she's like apparently it was like a 7 or 8 game streak.
Blocking foul. I don't know. Because he stood up. He stood up. I don't think that's a blocking foul. I think that's an offensive foul.
Refs are in the pocket, dude.
I don't know. He gets to his spot and stands.
I haven't had dinner yet, man.
All right.
I'm about to go
All right,
spaghetti
he was
meatballs.
moving. I take
Some
it back.
spaghetti meatballs.
Spaghetti-o meatballs. Actually, it's Chef
Ooh.
Boyardee ones. So
Ooh.
You ever just eat Chef Boyardee out of the can?
yeah, I have before when I don't have time to heat up. You know, when we go on like TDYs and all that, we have to eat MREs. I don't heat mine up.
Yeah, I don't heat my MREs up at all. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab a Zin.
You should try the one Chris likes. Chris, how you enjoying the game?
Dude, I was about to wait this 1.3 seconds and then give you my breakdown.
Oh, okay. I can't wait. Is that what
Yeah.
you've been typing up? Your breakdown?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, man, that he got hurt. It really is.
Very unfortunate. Sad to see as a fellow sports connoisseur, watcher. Pause. Not a watcher. I like to watch sports.
I mean, actually, there is a video. One of the original videos when it was just me, you, and Doc, and I think Luke, about saying nothing gets you better.
Ooh, they keep showing it. That's
Actually,
very
I'm gonna try and find that video, Chris, of what you said. You guys just start some conversation. I'm gonna try and find this video.
All right. Well, I think that it's time that Pascal Siakam goes back to the locker room with Halliburton and performs that devil ritual, that satanic ritual, sacrifices Halliburton's career for him to go demon mode and get possessed by that demon. We saw at the beginning of Game 6, and it's time for him to go crazy tonight. That's what they're gonna need.
Yeah, no, I absolutely concur with you, Alan. I couldn't have said it better myself, even if I wanted to.
Okay. Do you believe in ritual sacrifices?
I'm from Louisiana, so
Okay. All right.
yeah. So if that says anything, I fully believe in voodoo. I
Okay.
believe in curses. I believe in all that shit.
Got to. Yes.
Yeah, fully believe in that. They might have even imported a goat.
A goat
there as soon as they saw it happen.
that might actually they're in Oklahoma too. So I'm sure there's got to be they got to have.
Yeah.
All right, I found it, Chris. You ready? Remember this one?
What about calves?
Mark.
Oh,
You ready?
yeah.
Listen here, Mark. I love balls, okay? I love sports balls. And when I get 5 days consecutive of playoff balls, just wrap me up on the couch, give me some beer, and leave me alone. I am so excited about this.
That's about the initial college football season with the playoffs in the NFL. Hey, you like
what just happened?
I found out there's a video of Doc saying he goes to the when he goes to every stadium, he looks at the toilets because it was about the Clippers owner. He's like,
Okay.
all the fucking toilets, all the toilets.
All the toilets.
Yeah,
I love all the toilets.
He's like, I better see 100 or something.
I mean, it's really important. Like, you should have good toilets at any like venue you go to.
Yeah, I'm not a fan yet. They got to get better, like at least cleanliness of these fucking things. I hate it when I'm stepping in piss, dude. Especially if I'm wearing like a nice pair of boots or something. And God forbid I'm wearing tennis shoes and like it actually I might step in and a little puddle hits me in my sock and all that. And I got piss running down my fucking ankle.
Agree.
This actually brings me to another point, and I don't go to sporting events. I don't. I've never been to a football game. Never been to a baseball game. Never been to a hockey game.
You never been to a football game?
I have been to one basketball game. Can you guess the stadium, the place, the team that I went to go see?
All right, let me guess. Is it a current like stadium that exists?
It is a current stadium that exists.
All right. Well, you're from Nashville. I mean, you live in Tennessee. Easy answer would be Memphis.
It's not Memphis.
Right.
Remember, military, and I've moved around a lot. I've worked for government for 20 years and I've moved around in
Yeah,
that
we talked
time.
about that. Yeah, we talked about that. We talked
Yeah.
about that over the week. Let's think. I have to probably say I'll say the Hornets or the Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets. So I haven't been to. Here's what I'll do. I'll tell you the bases that I've been to, and that should help.
All right.
And I'll also, if you don't get it off of that, I'll have to give you a hint, but it's gonna give up the answer.
All right.
But so I've been to McGee Tyson Air National Guard Base, which is in Knoxville, Tennessee. I've been to Redstone Arsenal in Alabama in Huntsville.
Okay.
I've been to. I'm obviously here at Scott Air Force Base, so I'm right here in St. Louis area.
Ooh, Chicago. Could be Chicago.
I've also been. I was in Indianapolis at Fort Ben Harrison. And then let's see.
So I guess
at Fort Campbell. I was at Fort Campbell too.
I'm gonna say the Bulls.
I have been here the longest out of all of my places in my career.
So I guess you would say I'm more of an NBA fan than you, man. I've been to 3 NBA games. Here's the
thing. It's because of my philosophy that I spend so much money on my amenities at home. My TVs, my speakers, my couch, all of the things that I have in my house. I spend so much money on that. Why wouldn't I enjoy the comfortability of that?
It's just sometimes good to it's nice to sometimes go out to these games. Well, especially when mine were free for the Magic, both games.
Yeah. And also, sorry, it wasn't Chicago. It was not Chicago. It was the very own Indiana Pacers. I went to a Pacers game. So you could call me maybe like a little Pacers fan.
Wow. First game I ever went to was on family night when I graduated basic training. In the Air Force, I went to a Spurs-Knicks game, came down to the game-winning shot. Melo passed it up and didn't take the shot selflessly. Normally he would take that shot. He didn't do it that night. It was a fun game. Went down to the wire. It was like 98, 98, 99, 98, something like that, or some 101, 99 or some shit.
Yeah, so this must have been during the Tim Duncan era. So you got the good teams.
It was 20. It was January of 2016. So I'm assuming.
So you got Parker, Ginobili, Tim Duncan. You got all those guys. 16 was
that was
Kawhi Leonard on the team.
That was LeBron's first year of the 3-1 year, wasn't it?
That was the 3-1 year. I'm trying to remember, was Kawhi on that team? I think Kawhi was because he didn't move until 19.
Yeah, he was
because that was his 1 year.
I'm not gonna lie, I barely remember the game besides the game-winning shot.
Well, hell, I mean, still, you got a pretty damn good show if you got Melo and the Knicks and San Antonio Spurs with all those guys.
Went to a Magic Raptors game for the play-in, not a play-in, but a in-season tournament game. Shout out to the Lakers for being the inaugural champions, and then
first time,
first time
chance,
the inaugural one, and then I went to Magic and Cavs game 6 last year. Playoffs.
Shit.
And that was a great game. Magic won the game at home, and then obviously lost to them in game 7. But no, got a free Magic shirt for the playoffs. I wear that around the house whenever I have nothing else to wear.
I've never been to a football game, and the experiences that I've heard from a lot of people is that football games are not the best because you just really can't see the players.
No, that's not true. It depends on where you sit. End zone seats are terrible. If you you're partying, you're having a good time, don't get me wrong, but it's hard to see. Now, I went to when I sat last year, if you're sitting end zones, it's terrible. And obviously, the lower you sit, it is harder to see because you're so low. Yeah. I believe sitting up top isn't that. I don't think nosebleed. I say nosebleeds. I'm talking second if there's only 2 decks or third deck. If you're in the first couple rows on that top deck, it's actually good to see. You can actually see over top everything. I'm going this year. My cousin, he already bought his plane ticket. And from Maryland, I'm going to meet him in Atlanta on Saturday. We're going to make a weekend trip. I already got the hotel booked. Just got to buy tickets. I think we're looking at the 200s because it's 3 decks. So we're going to sit in the 200s in the corner, so diagonal. And we're going for the Dolphins-Falcons game. My first time for Atlanta home game. I've been to 2 Atlanta away games, 3 Atlanta home games in Tampa, 2 and 1 of the games I've seen. Went last year. I actually sat next to Grady Jarrett's now wife,
Okay.
and son and mother. His mother
Hey.
is a scary
Is
lady.
Grady Jarrett still on the Falcons?
Bears.
Oh, he's on the Bears now?
Yeah.
Grady Jarrett is coming to Scott Air Force Base July.
Yeah, because
It's like the middle of July.
Yeah.
He's coming to Scott Air Force Base.
Chicago's right there. He's probably doing a meet and greet.
Yeah. So the exchange is actually hosting him.
He's a big military guy. I think when he was in Atlanta, he did some military stuff with the Georgia bases too. I think more of the Army ones, but his mom was I wouldn't say scary as in like I would never talk to her, but she was yelling like because we're sitting behind the players, like we're literally right there, and she's yelling at the teams like she's like, "Wake the fuck up, boys! Get the fuck going! Let's go!" I was like, "Hey, Mama Jared ain't fucking around. You better listen to this lady. She might come on the field and beat y'all's ass."
Damn.
Now his wife was literally like 5 seats, like the row in front of us, and like I think we're third row. She was we're second row. She was first row, and she was like 5-6 seats to the left. And Grady, he walked over a couple times too.
They love showing this, man. I don't. Why are they continuing?
I've never seen so many highlights of a Achilles or a possible. I'm assuming it's Achilles because usually the calf strain gets worse. It's usually.
I mean,
Achilles.
this is a major injury that happened.
He's crying.
In the biggest game of all, like of their entire careers. So yeah, I understand the impact of it, but to continue to show it is a little.
I understand
crazy.
showing it like the first couple times, but like.
Yeah.
I mean, you see, the dude's crying as he's going down. Like you can already tell he knows he's done.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe someone like Chris enjoys it, but I know I don't enjoy watching that every single time.
Absolutely don't enjoy that one, Mark. Thanks for
9
the shout
points
out.
in 7 minutes too. By the way,
I know.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
I've been to
Dylan.
I've been to one NBA game in my history.
Okay.
Yeah. Throwback. It was
The New Orleans Hornets.
Yep. It was when New Orleans was still the Hornets.
Well,
don't know who they played? Honestly, don't know who they played.
Hey, shout
I
out
was a
to
fucking kid.
Dylan Powell, who's watching along with us.
That's actually a lie. Me and Luke got courtside tickets to the Magic.
Courtside, damn.
Yeah.
Did y'all go?
Yeah. We have a picture of me and Luke on courtside.
Nice. I don't know if you remember him, Chris, but Ryan Powell, I played baseball with him in high school and Little League. His father works at Magic. If you actually watch the players, he's like usually the second row behind the players. He's like an executive for the Magic. And him and Evan Challenger, they used to like, whenever like they didn't have baseball games, they would sweep. They were like the sweepers. They were like the guys drying the floor off. And they would do play up. They have pictures of Dwight Howard and Gortat, by the way. They said that Dwight used to like not bully him, but if Gortat had all the basketballs in his arms, he'd pick them up. Dwight would walk by and smack them out of their hands, and Gortat would freak out because like he just picked them all up, and Dwight was like a clown to Gortat all the time.
Hey, so I just got the live update for Halliburton's injury, and they're saying that it's still just a right calf strain, that he's questionable to return. They haven't ruled him out yet. Maybe they're back there doing that goat sacrifice, and they're about to get him in the second half. I don't know.
Jake makes no sense.
What's he saying?
He said they don't make them like they used to. Kobe shot free throws. I don't think Halliburton had a chance to shoot free throws.
It was not an injury, so I don't know.
It wasn't a foul.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, it wasn't a foul.
He had to be helped off. I mean, okay. Jake would still be on the floor.
Yeah, Dylan, I agree. For them to come out and say that wasn't an Achilles, I just don't believe that. But it's interesting that that's the update that came out because we all saw the pop. We all saw it roll up, like you said, roll up to his ass. We definitely saw it. So, and they've shown it so many times. I can't believe that it wouldn't be an immediate, or this is an Achilles injury. And then for them to come out and say that it was still just a right calf strain. Oh, nice. Look, Pacers are staying in this game, you know.
That's why I said, like, if they're within striking range at halftime, it's not like, I mean, they're tied right now. I mean, if they could get to halftime all squared up, I mean, or like around it, then it's not a bad, it's not a, I mean, yeah, it's bad that he's hurt, but I mean, it's one game. If it was, if this was game 2, then obviously, yeah, like we're not betting them to win the series, but like it's one game. You put it all on the line, this one game. I mean, you do what you have to do. You play great team ball, and you make it work. But you can't have SGA. But you also can't have SGA doing that neither. Like you got to limit. You got to play tough defense.
I mean, they are playing good defense. That's why this game is still close. It's just SGA does a great job of getting separation.
If SGA can't close this game out, then yes, he needs to be scrutinized a little bit.
Oh, I agree. It's time to put him on the spot if he can't close this game out.
I agree with that. Now, I agree with you. Your brother made a statement. Our lifetime, let's just say, like, I mean, the mid 90s, late 90s, is SGA's MVP the worst one? I still say Steve Nash, the one he robbed Kobe. It was probably the worst one that I can remember.
So what I would say is this: SGA led the league in scoring. I think that is enough on its own in most situations to propel you up into the upper levels, not even upper levels, but that mid-range at least. I think if you look at his efficiency ratings and the analytics, you probably
Halliburton's ruled out officially.
Officially ruled out? Okay.
Just now. Got it.
But if you look at his analytics, I'm pretty sure you'd be able to come up with some statistics that are going to show you that he's in some of those upper echelon conversations with MVPs. I have seen, yes, the Steve Nash ones come up, and I think that the Steve Nash ones are probably the ones that stand out the most because he didn't average a lot. I mean, I think he won one of those MVPs only averaging like 19 points.
I mean, even the first Steph one wasn't like statistically not on SGA's level neither. The one that he robbed LeBron, or was it Harden? He robbed LeBron or Harden that year.
I think it was Harden.
I think LeBron was actually better. I think LeBron and Harden was actually better than.
Well, LeBron wasn't getting votes after his fourth anyway. Like they just, not that he wasn't getting votes. That's an incorrect statement, but he was not getting enough for an MVP to win after his fourth because the NBA just wasn't going to give him another one. But I would say that the way SGA plays, that's the reason why people are saying this. And it's because of the foul baiting.
The foul baiting?
I don't know. Huh?
You got lost in your own thought.
Yeah, I got distracted by
me
by
too. Luke posted an AI photo of LSU.
Get Luke in here.
Let's get Luke in here.
Yeah, really. I mean, just let's get some people in here. Let's talk some sports. I mean,
shout out to LSU too. You know, the picture was it was Livy Dunn beating what's her name, Madeline. What's her name? Chris. Her last name. Yeah, she's trying to fucking do something.
It's like, isn't it like Klein or some shit?
Girl from the Outer Banks show.
Yeah.
I guess she went to Coastal Carolina, so like there's an AI photo of Livy Dunn beating her up. Which I don't know, man. I don't think Livy could beat her up. I don't know.
Livy's athletic.
I mean, you don't think she is too?
She's an actor.
Doesn't mean you're not athletic. Tom Cruise, as much as I don't like Tom Cruise, I think he could probably kick some ass.
Livy just bought like a $2,500 Paul Skeens card.
Did that person that found that card, did they ever take her on that offer and do the sweet thing with her?
No.
Why?
He kept it.
Oh, so that person had to give it up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just if you found it, you got like that was the reward.
No, he kept it.
Man, this game is still pretty close. They got to start scoring here, though, because
Yeah.
Oklahoma's starting to get a little hot now.
Yep. Hitting some threes. And it looks like OKC is getting the calls. But Miles Turner's got to start hitting some of these free throws because he missed one the last time around. And if Pacers aren't on top of it and making all of their free throws, it's just gonna be a tough way for them to win.
I feel like for Miles Turner too, you've been there 10 years now. Like this is the game you got to put your, kind of your thumbprint on it too. Like you kind of make a statement. Like you are the other captain, you are the other leader, obviously with Halliburton. This is your game.
He's only got 1 point so far too, so
that's not.
And he
good.
just missed both free throws.
That's Shaq-like, Chris.
Absolutely terrible.
That's the one thing Shaq was not good at was free throws.
No, was not good at those.
At the free points.
But you know what? Successful career in the NBA. And
I mean, yeah, 4-time champion.
He's a successful DJ. So
he's definitely a multi-millionaire too. I mean, he's very successful in business.
Successful on TV as
absolutely.
He would be a good sheriff if he did it.
He has candy out now too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I saw
Shaq-alicious or something like that.
Yeah.
I saw that the other day.
Yeah.
I was at Walmart and I was like, when does Shaq get candy?
Recent.
It's like what? It's like, which one is it?
I think they're like gummies, aren't they?
Yeah, they are gummies.
Ooh, good shot by McConnell taking Holmgren underneath.
Boys, this is a close game. Okay?
It is.
Very close.
I think that if it's a close game, man, it still favors the Pacers. I mean, it's 37-36 now. I'm a little ahead of you guys, I know, but they just made another layup, and timeout was called by OKC. I'm going to take this break to go get me another drink.
Yeah, I do need another Coors. The mountains, I kind of went skiing, and it's done.
Uh-huh. Wow.
How you doing, Chris?
Doing pretty good,
It's your first game you watched all year?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Besides March Madness. Did you watch any March Madness games?
To be honest, I don't even know. Maybe.
Jesus.
Maybe.
Shout out to LSU too, man. Once again.
Oh, yeah. Big
college
hey.
baseball champions.
Hey.
And shout out to our teams too. Florida won the college basketball for the men's. You won baseball. Texas won softball. I don't know if Florida State and UCF for the other guys in the chat if they've
I don't think they've won anything this year.
Yeah, I couldn't answer that one. I mean, if it was something that's not televised. Maybe like chess. Maybe definitely not lacrosse. I mean, Florida State was good at losing. Maybe they
Florida State was good at losing. I just want to say on the record, fuck Coastal Carolina, fuck the Chanticleers. Their head coach is a bitch. Their players are fucking more bitches.
Damn, where's this coming from?
Just because they had the press conference before the finals, and a reporter asked,
"What do you like about LSU?"
Yeah, what about? And everybody just laughed. And their ace pitcher said, "Not a whole lot." Their ace pitcher today pitched, I think, 3 1/3 innings. Gave up a couple runs.
More than a couple.
Yeah. So they can go fuck themselves. The Sun Belt's terrible. And if I had to hear their coach one more time say, "We won 26 straight," I would have went livid. I would have went crazy. To be completely honest with you.
Well, guess what?
The post game conference, they let him be in it. Luckily, and he had the audacity to say that if they would have won the finals, they would have been the best college baseball team ever. And you want to know why, Mark? Because they won 26 straight.
Well, they would have won 28 straight.
They would have, or
two straight.
Or 2 straight. Yeah. But now they're on a 2-loss streak.
And their coach is suspended the first 2 games next year.
Correct. And their first baseman coach as well.
That's tough.
That is tough. And now the fucking SEC is probably going to pick that team apart. Just going to be honest with you. It is what it is.
Shout out to the SEC. They won the last 6 national championships too. I know Texas wasn't part of the previous 5, but you know we're part of this one. We're in the SEC, so I guess I'm allowed to say it means more. No,
it doesn't mean more. Also, while we're on it,
here we go.
Fuck the ACC, okay? Because yes, we probably pushed a lot of teams into regionals that the SEC maybe shouldn't have had. And a lot of teams embarrassed the SEC, not naming names. Texas, Georgia, Florida, Alabama,
Tennessee.
Didn't Tennessee get kind of far in the...
No, stop. Nope.
How far did they get?
I don't even think they made it to supers, did they?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't even think they made it to supers. Tony Vitello's a bitch.
Okay.
Not sure who that is, but yeah. I'm just gonna say this.
I would love.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm just gonna tell you this. Every Tennessee fan, they're all bitches. I'm not the big component on who's the real UT because it's only Tennessee fans claiming that. Texas fans aren't sitting here arguing with Tennessee on who the real UT is because that's just a name. Like, what has Tennessee done outside men's basketball and women's basketball for that fucking college? Like, anytime soon.
Nothing.
Wait a minute. Didn't Tennessee win the College World Series last year?
Correct.
Yeah, against Texas A&M, 6-5.
Okay,
1 year.
But
okay,
it's the thing though that
they think they're the
Tennessee
real UT though. Out of all the sports,
Tennessee, and I'm sure you're not ingrained in it because you don't watch college baseball.
Yeah, I don't watch college baseball.
But Tennessee fans literally think that Tennessee runs college baseball. And
okay, I see.
They can't get Tony Vitello's dick out of their fucking mouth.
Okay. All right.
God.
They can't.
Well, we did win the World Series last year. So
correct.
I mean, we kind of ran it last year.
No, you did. I
misspoke on that. I'm just used to Tennessee not being good outside basketball for men's women.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
Because like football, they like that's the big like UT talk was like football for Texas and Tennessee. And I get it. Texas was bad for a good decade after Mac Brown left. I understand that. And we were very underperforming, very bad. But so was Tennessee. Like it wasn't like they were good either. Like they were the cream of the crop. They were terrible. Tennessee hasn't been relevant since 1998 when Peyton Manning was a rookie in the NFL after they won the championship the year after he left.
Yeah, we won the championship with T. Martin and Peerless Price and all those guys.
Well, I get it. Texas hasn't won a championship since 2005 either. But damn, like
it bounced off. Okay,
you know, I mean, at least we're doing stuff now. Like we're producing good talent and like in all sports too. Like I mean, I don't know, it's not like you, Alan. You don't really do that much talking. It's just Tennessee. The diehard, like orange. Yeah, he doesn't. I'll give Alan that. He's not like he'll come in and talk. Like when Alan was deployed and he fucking was talking about Tennessee playing the wrong college. I was like, Alan, just stop. Just stop. You're too far. You're too far ahead. You're just digging yourself more.
Yeah, just chill out.
but at least he knows,
I'm usually
watching
playing
more.
around.
You've been watching more college football when you were in the States the last years too.
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely being a part of this show makes me want to watch it a little bit more. And Tennessee has been a little bit more competitive over the last couple of years. Not majorly, but we've done all right.
You got to beat Vanderbilt. I mean, after Vanderbilt's talking shit, I expect you guys to smack them around now.
I think we beat Alabama, not last year, the year before that we beat Alabama.
Did you beat Alabama this year?
I think so too. I think it might have happened.
I know you beat them the year with Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker's year he started and he balled out that year before he got injured. Tennessee beat them. That was a crazy game. It was like 50s, 40s.
I think we beat them on a field goal at the end of the game too.
Yeah, it was something crazy. I don't know about Tennessee this year for football. Chris could probably correct me. I don't know about the Volunteers this year.
I'm a little worried about them because we had the whole situation. Oh, Matherin with a 3.
Well, they did the trade for the UCLA quarterback.
Is that so? That's who we got now. After our other one decided to leave.
There's trades.
Oh my god, college is getting.
Uh-oh. Listen, one thing that I will say, all right, I know we're watching basketball. Chris, one thing that you got to do in basketball is you got to win the beginning of a quarter and you win the end of the quarter. You just those are the two things.
Yeah.
Those are the two things. If you can close out quarters, you definitely have a chance to stay in games. And Pacers have done that very well this series. They perform well at the beginning and the end of quarters.
Another thing too, Chris, is basketball is also a game of runs.
It is.
Runs.
It is a game of runs.
Not like your tummy runs. Like runs is in scoring, and it goes, and the team gets cold and you get hot.
Completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Completely agree.
Yeah, that's a foul. Can't do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you hold his arm down.
Can't knock him down. Yeah. This isn't the 90s.
Yep.
They say, Chris, 90s basketball is better than the current time frame if you ask the older heads.
If you ask the older heads.
If you ask Allen, those guys, I mean, even my coworker says if you watch the guys dribble, they dribble like this. Like they're just dribbling super high in front of them.
Yeah. Back in the day, you didn't have as much skill as you have on the court, but you had a lot less rules, and so guys could just be super aggressive defensively. But the other thing is, in the 90s, they banned zone defense. You couldn't play a zone defense. You had to play man on man. And so that was another thing that, all right, now you're limiting how teams play. Imagine in the NFL if they told teams you can't play zone defense.
Or you can't play cover 2 like they've been trying to get them to do. Or like Tampa 2, whatever.
Yeah.
Because wide receiver, like what was it? Tyreek Hill bitch about the Bills. Oh, well, they play 4 quarters. Sorry, you're a fucking fast receiver. What do you want them to do? Just let you run past them? Exactly. Speaking of, real quick though, you think Stephen A is going to talk about the injury? Because he got a lot of heat for talking about the Halliburton injury a couple days ago.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's definitely going to be a talking point. They have to talk about it. But I think with the way that this quarter is ending, and Hartenstein just got an AM1, so might be able to tie this game up. But with the injury, it's definitely something that they're going to have to talk about. And so Stephen A is going to get on there.
Do you think halftime though is going to be? I think that's the problem is even though they're going to be tied or rough around the game, halftime I think could kill the Pacers' momentum too because now. The Thunder can adjust a little better now. They can have a true game strategy for this injury of Halliburton. I could give the Pacers the same advantage too. They can draw stuff up, but now the momentum kind of dies down a little bit, and that's what the Pacers need. I don't think the Pacers want halftime. They want to keep going.
Yeah, what I would say is that when it comes to halftime and making adjustments and all that stuff, I think that it really comes to okay, they're going to call a foul on that. I think it comes down to coaching, and it's pretty clear that Rick Carlisle is the better coach in this series. Daigneault has made some very controversial or questionable decisions. Starting off with game one, changing your lineup. You're the better team. You've won over 80 games, making it into the finals, and you change your offense, your starting lineup against this team to go smaller, and then you end up losing game one. That was 1000%, a game that I think Daigneault lost. And then you've seen it throughout the series. I mean, even last game, putting in Alex Caruso in the starting lineup at halftime, like just changing up his lineup. It seemed like those decisions were being made without the correct analysis of the situation. And Rick Carlisle has just kept these teams, this team, the Pacers, in
Dude,
this.
They're showing the highlight again, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, now they got Halliburton's dad on the camera.
They showed him
in the back. Yeah.
Man, that sucks because I just sucks because not even just this year. It's like next year too. It's like, I mean, the 2025/2026 season. It's just going to be. I mean, maybe the Pacers are good enough to compete in for a playoff spot and a play-in, but man, it just sucks for their season. I don't know if they're gonna be able to track a star and be there or whatnot.
Yeah,
it's a tough place to. I mean, the fact that Siakam is going to stay there, that was big.
Oh, big time 3,
Huge.
Yeah, it takes the lead.
Oh my God, Pacers are winning at halftime with Halliburton out.
Man,
who would have had this in the cards?
I didn't like that 3-pointer by SGA. You had 2.5 seconds to get a few more steps.
A couple more steps in, yeah.
He's not Steph Curry. If that was Steph Curry, I'd be like, okay, if you're gonna take a chance at half court, you're Steph Curry.
Chris, I'm gonna answer your question, and I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah,
I bet the Pacers to win before the game started. I bet the Pacers to win the series before game one started. And this game started, and then Halliburton went down, and I really that really changed my opinion on what was going to happen. But it looks like the Pacers are continuing to fight. And the one thing I'll say about this injury is that if there was a team that can overcome that type of injury to one of your best players, one of the 2 best players on your team, it is this Pacers team with Rick Carlisle at coach, and the way these guys, the last game, they blew them out. They were winning by 31 points at one time. The end of the third quarter, it was 90-60. And none of the players on the Pacers had over 20 points. That's what type of team this is. So this is the team that can make it happen, that can do it. But to do it on the road in game 7, to be leading at halftime after this injury, this is just, to me, this is unprecedented. It's like if you kind of compared it to the Mahomes injury in that playoff game against the Browns.
Well, I was saying that's not the same magnitude because this is the winner take all game.
This is the winner take all.
Yeah,
this is the Super Bowl of the NBA Finals.
Yeah, this is like Chris. I know he was already hurt, but this is like Nick Foles beating Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. No one gave the dude a chance, dude. I mean, exactly. I get it now. He had some games to get ready, and he played pretty average against the Falcons, the only team that actually held him in check. And unfortunately, we just couldn't score a touchdown. Another touchdown. But yeah, that's kind of what it is, Chris. It's like if Drew Brees went down in the Super Bowl, and whoever the fuck your backup was back in the day came in.
That'd be big.
Yeah, against Peyton Manning. But yeah, I mean, I said earlier, we were talking about if they win, Chris. Now this right here is big world generation news here. This is what we will remember now for 30 years from now. I won't talk about anything else. Might be the biggest underdog story of all time.
Nick Wright, I like Nick Wright. We got people that hate Nick Wright. But I like
who
Nick
hates
Wright.
Nick? Who hates
Jake.
Nick Wright?
Jake definitely hates Nick Wright. But Jake
Right,
kind of hates
sucks.
everybody on media at all. You know, it
Oh,
doesn't matter
Jake.
who you are.
Jake hates everyone. That's you said it best.
But what I would say is this: Nick Wright has been right on it and has been saying if the Pacers win this series, it is the biggest upset of all time. Now, going back in history, we talk about NBA.
Would it? Wasn't the Pistons big over the Lakers?
That's the other one that he's saying. That is the other one that was identical in the betting odds. It was minus 700 at the beginning of the series, and Detroit won that series in 5 games. I think that as far as how dramatic this is, because we are talking about it happening in Game 7. I think that this would go down as like the biggest, I would say probably the most dramatic upset of all time in the NBA. Because the Pistons straight just dominated that entire series with the Lakers. It was a 5-game series and they were in control the entire time. But yeah, I mean,
Jake was just talking to Miami fucked up, man. We could have really had KD for cheap. Like, we didn't want to give up Vasquez and I forgot the other guy's name.
Khalil Ware.
Yeah, we would have had Hero and Bam and KD. Like, we would have won the East. We would have won the East.
I do think that I don't think that the Suns were going to make that trade without Bam though.
No, they weren't asking for Bam. It was the other 2 guys that we weren't willing to give up. Because Bam's still young too. They didn't ask for anyone good. I mean, we could have gave up a pick and we could have gave up those 2 guys. You paired KD with Tyler Hero and Bam. We're winning the East next year, but obviously we're
winning
not
the
now.
East.
Well, not now.
Fucking
not now.
Game 4 and 4.
Have
confidence in your team. Have confidence.
Jake said they wanted Jovic and I didn't see the Jovic one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you don't move Jovic. I mean, I think Jovic has been okay. They definitely love his potential in Miami, but I don't think that he's a guy that you should have held on to just to with the option of getting KD. You definitely would have won the East if you had Hero, KD, and Bam.
Yeah, it's a bad move by Pat Riley, man. You know, he's been getting a lot of heat too lately about the decisions he's making. I'm telling you, if we would have made that move, we would have won the East. At least offensively, I don't think anyone's beaten us. Chris, what's your assessment, man, going into the half?
Hey, look, both coaches need to go in there and say, hey, this is a 0-0 game. Okay? We need to start strong and finish strong. Both quarters. They need to win the beginning and the end of each quarter.
Actually, all right, how about this one? Let me rephrase this.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
All right, so I want you to play. I want you to play something real quick. So I want you to be the Thunder's coach, right? The Thunder coach.
The Thunder's coach.
You're talking to the players.
Hey,
let me hear your speech for the Thunder.
You don't want this.
Keep it. I mean,
we want this. No, we want this.
You can cuss. Now I want you to give me if you were the head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder, what would you say?
Listen, boys, we already took out their best weapon they had possible, and they're still beating our ass. Okay? We're down 2, but we're only down 2. We need to finish strong.
That's all you would say?
Yeah.
All right, if you're the Pacers coach, what would you say?
Boys, we lost our strongest weapon, but we're playing good. We're up 2. We need to finish the quarter strong, and we need to end the quarter strong. We need to go on a lot of runs, and not tummy runs, but
not tummy runs,
point runs.
Yeah,
man.
So
we took out the best player already.
Hey, you know what? I mean, I probably would only change a couple of things in there, and for both teams. I like it, Chris. I like it.
Yeah, I thought it was good, man.
Hey, I'm here for you.
Yeah, his Tyrese's dad confirms with Lisa Salter's Achilles injury.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it had to be the way that it popped. Everybody saw it. Man, I wonder what the. I'm gonna have to take a look at these bets right now and see what the numbers are looking like.
It's just, yeah, man, it's just terrible, man. I'm hungry, man. Man, spaghetti and meatball sounds pretty good.
Let me take a look here.
I just can't believe it, man. I was even saying, I was just like, game 6, nothing happened. He's moving pretty well, and then literally pops his Achilles.
Yep. I mean, right now it's still my cash out for $25 is $21.19 with the Pacers up. So they do believe that the Thunder are still going to win this. Let me take a look. Let me see. Let me get into some live stuffs. Yeah, I mean, it's still minus 285 for Thunder to win, even being down 1 at halftime. So, Vegas is not giving up on the Thunder. They're just not. I mean, they had them at minus 700 at the beginning of the series, and even though it is a very even series. Like we've been talking about it, obviously, on the Discord. We've been going back and forth, but like I mentioned the other day, both teams have had a game that they should have won and they lost. Both teams have had a game where they kind of controlled it the entire way. It was a close game, but they controlled it the entire way. And both teams had a blowout win. And this is just a very even series. Yeah, it does not bode well for the Pacers for Halliburton to be out. But again, like I was just telling Chris, man, I just, if there was a team that can overcome this type of injury to one of their best players, it's this Pacers team.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one game too. Like this isn't, like I said, if this was the series.
You're breaking up. You just
I said no. I said no. I paused. I'm sorry. I agree.
Okay.
Like this is one game. Like this isn't, like I said, this was game 2 of the series, and he tore his Achilles. Yeah, like obviously, I'm not picking the Pacers to win the series, but it's one game. You got, like, they can do this.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
I can't believe I cursed the Pacers, though. I did it. I cursed them, man. I said it literally 2 to 3 minutes before it happened. I said, I'm shocked it didn't happen game 6. He's moving well. He's avoiding the Achilles stuff, and literally on a drive, he tears his Achilles potentially. I mean, he was.
So basically, what you're saying is this is all on you, Mark.
I hate to say it for the Indiana fans, like there was that meme going around that they sacrificed. What was it? Caitlin Clark getting hurt, and obviously rest in peace, Jim Irsay, and then like the hope was worth it for the Indiana Pacers. That they sacrificed everything just for them to win this for the city, and I just cursed them, or at least I cursed Halliburton. I mean, maybe I didn't curse the team itself, but I definitely cursed Halliburton. I didn't mean for that to happen. He's like one of the players I like in the NBA too. Like I say, he's a good all around guy. Like, I mean, his personality, he doesn't come off as an asshole. I think he's a pretty good player. Is he a superstar? Is he like in that tier of superstar? Maybe not. But the Pacers itself, like, they don't care about being a superstar either. That's why I think this, like, it hurts them for sure, but like it doesn't kill them, because it's not like it's SGA that got hurt and they need someone to step up. Like, this team is the Thunder can't play good team ball, but the Pacers, that's what they are. They're built by, man, it's this game, it's going to be Halliburton. This game, it's Siakam. This game, it's this person and that person. Like, it just rotates. They don't care who it is. The Thunder don't care either, but it's usually SGA.
Yeah.
Like, SGA doesn't come off as a guy like, oh, I got to score 40 points every game. If not, fuck this. Like, but that's the way that it usually works. He's the scorer.
Yeah. I'm a little bit concerned with OKC because I don't see the other guys playing well right now, and that's the reason why this is such a close game. Yeah, you've had some big time shots. You got Case and Wallace knocking down a couple of threes. Caruso hit a three, but where's Jalen Williams at?
I mean,
obviously Chet Holmgren, like he's just like I was saying earlier about Chet, he's just hasn't played well this series, and where is he at? This is game 7. This is all of it on the line. Don't fall into that trap. If you're OKC, don't fall into that trap and think that, oh, we're young and we're going to be back here again next year or the year after that. Like, don't sit here and think that you're going to have all of this, opportunity in the future. One thing that we've seen, especially in the West, dude, in the West, it's tough. And you just saw, KD got traded today to the Rockets. And I think that propels the Rockets right into being one of, if not the top team. I mean, they were number 2 in the West this year. They have one of the best coaches in the league, and they've got a very good young core. They went
to 7 games with an experienced Warriors team.
They did, and they've got a guy now who is a guaranteed bucket, and that's where they stalled last year or this year in the playoffs, and you saw it in that Warrior series.
And they have a good coach too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got one of the best coaches in the league. They stalled when they could not get a bucket in half court, and that is what KE is. That's what he does, is gets buckets. And even at 37, you're still not stopping the guy. All this guy does is ball. All he does is ball.
Shout out to Dominic. He said,
that's my buddy. That's my buddy. Okay. That's my buddy. I love him.
I was saying, talking about Pacers. I was saying, like, Pacers, all their starters have 5 points individually, besides obviously SGA at 16. So the starters got it. And Holmgren's only took 4 shots. He's got to get aggressive.
Yeah.
He's got to be aggressive. He's just not – he just seems like he's – it's kind of like the concerns of, like, if he's big enough, if he's physical enough. And that's what it is right now. Like, when he first came to the league, that was the questions. And right now, that's what it's – I don't feel like he's attacking. He's kind of like just timid. He's just whatever, Play defense, that's it. But he needs to play offense too.
Well, that's the thing. I think he needs to be more aggressive defensively. I think he needs to start going for more blocks. I think he needs to get up on people more. And it is unfortunately, it is that same problem that has plagued him since he came into the league. It's his size. I don't know if he has the size right now, the weight to be able to get in on guys and impose his length on them because he's so small. And you see it. I was just watching this game, and there was a play. He gave up a layup underneath to the smallest man on the court, TJ McConnell. It was up and under, and gave up that layup. And instead of running down the court, he's kind of doing this little jog back and putting his head down. And he's beating himself up over it. So I'm just kind of, this is kind of who he is.
He said Las Vegas Aces game 9, they win.
Yeah, buddy. They don't play 9 games. I don't you know this.
I mean, Las Vegas I think they won last year. No, that was New York that won.
Yeah, no, the Aces have been good for a while though. I mean,
Liberty
they've been
won
very competitive. Yeah, Liberty won last year, but Aja Wilson is one of, if not the best player in WNBA right now. I mean, I don't
watch much WNBA, but I know Wilson is a freaking beast. She is. I mean, obviously, she also led Team USA too to gold this year too. So shout out to her. Shout out to the other women that was on the Team USA team too. But yeah, she's a dog. Liberty's good. They're loaded with old Breanna Stewart and Sabrina.
Sabrina's good too.
I mean, Breeze Stewart's she's a beast too. My girl is old Cameron Brink, Los Angeles.
Yeah. Well, I'm interested to see the energy level as this halftime comes to an end and they get back out here on the court and start playing. I want to see OKC's energy level, and I want to see if the Pacers feel like they still have a chance to win. I believe that they do.
Crazy. SGA's got 7 assists. That means pretty much almost everyone's buckets coming from SGA.
Yeah, no, he's all over the court tonight. He's playing very well. Without him, they're not in this game. So
I'm about to go get some goldfish, extra cheddar, snack on. Hit a 3. Oh, that was a bad. You gotta get the rebound on that one.
yep, you got to pick that rebound up.
Man, that's a free. That's extra possession. Well, half possession for the Thunder.
Yeah, but I see. There you go, Chet. But SGA is shooting a lot of threes this game too, and I don't know why he's pressing so much on shooting those threes. Dom, I think that there's high chances that this does go to overtime. The way that this game has been going back and forth, I think that there is an opportunity for it to go overtime. But it really is going to depend on if this energy level. Right now, I'm seeing the Thunder be more aggressive coming out the gate, and Pacers giving up a couple of double possessions, and you just can't give up those possessions like that. Here we go again, an offensive rebound. You're giving up another possession.
Gotta stay with it. Oh shit.
Well, Mike's over here. Gotta stay with it, Alan. Gotta stay with it. Yeah. You remember the keys to victory: start the quarter strong, end the quarter strong.
Start the quarter strong.
Gotta go on runs.
Yeah. And they just got bailed out on a. They just got bailed out on a lucky 3, but Pascal Siakam right back with a 3. So still a 1-point game. Like this is what I'm talking about. I think that OKC is playing tight. All the pressure is on OKC. I mean, all the pressure was on OKC before this game started because Pacers aren't supposed to be here. All right, this was supposed to be a 5-game series, and Pacers pushed them. And this, you missed this part earlier, but I was telling Mark, this is an even series. As much as everybody wants to say that the Thunder, the odds makers and all of these sports, media people saying that this series was a 5-game series, all of that. Well, Pacers, this has been a very even series throughout this entire game, this series. But here we are.
What is that?
That's my dinner. I got extra cheddar blasted goldfish and 2 gummy packs.
God, you eat like a child.
And another beer.
You eat like a child.
Hey, I'm trying to keep my weight. Less food I eat.
Is Mama watching us tonight?
Chill.
So yes or no?
Earlier, yeah, I don't know about now. I was out. I got home at 4 a.m. last night.
Damn, y'all were out late, eh?
We were at Myrtle Beach, like a 2-hour drive.
How did it go?
It was good. I mean, we went to the arcade and went to a movie.
What movie did you go see?
Final Destination.
It was a pretty good movie. Probably the best Final Destination.
Yes,
the original. No, the OG's the best.
I mean, yeah, but it's way better than the fucking other 8 that they've come up with.
Yeah, I do want to see. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I like those movies. I like the original, all of them. So, here I'm gonna say something, Chris. I was killing the arcade, dude. I was fucking just, guys. I'm gonna say something. A little quiet here.
Sorry. But yeah, I mean, back to my point. Thunder are starting to pull away here. But timely timeout by Rick Carlisle. But earlier, like I was saying, Chris, all of the pressure is on OKC, and it looks like all the other guys outside of SGA are just playing a little bit tight. Maybe this play right here that just happened with Jalen Williams just gives them a little bit of energy, but Pacers are still staying around.
were you gonna say, Chris?
So that's a big fucking ball
Got,
you won.
got in the claw machine.
Hell yeah, brother.
I want myself a little squishy football, like a little stress relief.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Had some extra cheddar goldfish though.
You do eat kind of like a child.
I didn't have dinner, dude. I'll probably make spaghetti and meatballs after this game. Chef Boyardee. I think it's Chef Boyardee. It's one of the two. When I don't have my daughter, I eat like an asshole. When I had my kid, yeah, I'm cooking meals.
Cooking meals.
Cooking meals. I had actually a big lunch today.
What did you have for lunch?
I had like a Chinese it's buffet, but that's a hibachi. And I had sushi. I had a lot of sushi.
Are you, when you say sushi, are you talking about sushi rolls or
Yeah.
you talking about like sashimi and all that?
Like rolls.
Okay.
I love me some sushi rolls. Love me some sushi. I love me some extra cheddar goldfish too.
Extra cheddar goldfish.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I also love? I love a nice cold Coors Light where the mountains are blue. See, Jake, if you're watching, mountains are blue. Actually, Chris, how's your first game of the year?
Hey, it's clutch.
It's a good game. It's what non-basketball fans are looking for. I think Luke would enjoy this game.
Yeah, it's close. He might not like it because it's so close.
Well, he wants high scoring
There we
games.
go. It's up, pal. Hey, Chris, some valuable information in the chat box here by Dom. He says Pacers need to score more points than the Thunder. That's the only way they're gonna win.
Yeah, Dom. So I don't know if you were here in the beginning. I know it was about an hour and 38 minutes ago. I was giving my keys to victory, and my biggest key to victory is that when the time hits triple zeros and that third is a fourth, OKC is going to have more points on the board than the Pacers. That's just how it's going to have to happen.
I agree.
You said it was overtime. The Pacers were going to win.
Yeah, if it's
but
overtime,
you said that
if it's overtime, I think the Pacers pull it off.
But you said that before Halliburton got hurt.
That is true. So things could change.
I've learned that. I've heard that a couple times this week. You know, things can change over a period of a day.
Exactly.
Shout out to Alan Tomasello. That's a good guy. I don't know who this Tommy guy is, but the Allen guy.
Allen guy, he's smart.
Smart man. Oh, is this Dominic guy an NBA fan too?
I'd say he's like a tweener. He's kind of in between. He's a Wolves fan because he's a Vikings fan. So
hey, Dominic, I got you. Skull.
Big time 3 by Miles Turner finally.
That ties the game.
Ties the game up.
Did a little skull for you, Dominic.
You need points.
And threes are more than twos.
Threes are more than twos.
Yes.
If my math is mathing.
And SGA just knocked down another one in response. So
that's your NBA MVP right there. Over the Joker. Some say it should have been Joker. Don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah, I don't know, buddy.
Shout out to Mott's, the berry gummies. They're pretty clutch. Which is crazy because, technically strawberries and blueberries aren't berries. Raspberries.
Oh,
What's good? Miles
oh,
Turner.
Chad Holmgren with the 3. It's a 6-point game now.
His shot's so ugly.
Nine-point game. Oof.
Might be over.
Hey, that thing we were talking about runs. OKC just hit one.
They went on a 3-3-pointer run, Chris.
Some would say the largest lead of the games thus far.
It is. It's a 9-0 run. But how do you combat that, Chris?
You have to go on a run yourself.
You gotta go and run yourself, but it's factual. But you gotta close the quarter out.
Exactly. Gotta close. Hey, there's a lot of people wearing blue in this stadium.
Yeah, there is. It's a home game.
There's a few yellows.
It's a home game for Oklahoma. So
do teams not travel for basketball?
Well, I think that it's not very possible when you got a lot of people buying up those tickets.
Okay, it's perfect.
Fans out there buying them tickets.
I was gonna say it's gonna be very hard for someone from Indiana probably come to Oklahoma when it's probably expensive too.
Yeah, especially those tickets are probably crazy.
Man, we should all go to a basketball game next year together. We should try and find a way.
We should do that.
That'd be amazing.
Let's go to Cleveland for a game.
You want to? They're good.
They're a good team, yeah. But who would they play? I'm saying
make sure it's a good game. Maybe Cavs, Lakers.
You can do that.
We all just crash at Chris's house.
Problem is that any Lakers game is going to be super expensive because it's probably LeBron's last year. So
that's true. I was told that this Dodgers ownership group that's buying the Lakers, they don't give a shit who your name is, especially since they didn't draft you. Luka better watch out. They're saying Luka could be a name that they don't give a shit.
Okay, first of all, they bought him so that they can play Luka. That's not happening. You're not moving off of Luka. What's going to happen though is we're going to put money into the infrastructure of an organization. You're going to put money in the front office. You're going to put money into the scouting department. You're going to hire. The Lakers did not even have a pro scouting team.
Was it the Chicago Bears?
Yeah, I mean it's that bad. We let go of assistant coaches because they asked for the same money that they were making prior. We had stupid rules where coaches could not stay at the same hotel as the players because they were too expensive. Like those are the things that are going to change. Yes, we're still going to have the CBA. The NBA has a CBA, and in that there's a salary cap, and so those things it's not going to be like baseball. You can't just buy the whole team, and then you can't defer their salary to 2080. But where the money is going to show up is in the front office.
Huh. So is Pelinka going to be gone?
I don't know. I think he gets a couple of years to try to make it work. The new owner is not somebody that gets in the way of an organization. He allows the organization to run itself, and kind of supplies the money to be competitive. But I think that if Pelinka's not producing within that time frame. If he's not making moves, and especially if he can't get us a starting center, a starting caliber center before the season starts, like I think he's going to be on a little bit of a hot seat.
The Pacers got to come out hot here. I know they just made a layup, but by your guy McConnell.
Mm-hmm.
They keep showing this Halliburton thing. Like, I mean, I get it. Like they're saying he won't return. Tell me something I don't know. For everyone that's listening in here, AFC West episode this week is going to be dropping. We have 4 of the divisions that are out. If y'all want to listen to it, NFC South and North, AFC East and North as well. Pretty good episodes. AFC episode was pretty.
Thunder got
boring.
a chance to push it beyond 10 here.
I'm smelling SGA mid-range jumper. Nope, I was wrong.
McConnell with another layup there. I'm a little concerned about SGA settling for all these threes. This is not his typical game. He does not do that. So I'm wondering why that's happening. And McConnell with another timely 2-pointer.
He should have been on the cover.
I said that. I did.
I know. He put Obi Toppin on there.
Yeah. Well, they need a little bit of Obi Toppin right now because all of these guys have got to step up right now.
Shout out to the former Knicks players.
Another one.
Shout out to the former Knicks players too. You have 2 of them. One on the Thunder, one on the Pacers.
Okay, see, this is that foul baiting shit. Look, he's gonna just swing his arms around. He loses the ball, and he's just gonna swing his arms around like he got fouled crazy.
He's already yelling at the ref when he's going down. He turns around in midair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it a foul though? Dude, McConnell got teabagged when he went up to by his own player. Poor guy. I'm gonna be seeing Thomas Rhett this weekend, or it's Thursday.
Okay.
I know you don't like country music, Alan.
Okay.
Sorry, it's not a. I know it's not. It's not gonna be that video that you sent us with the sad stuff.
Yeah.
Old TR, old Thomas Rhett.
Who you going with?
Chill.
Oh, you going with Mom?
It's in Charleston. Probably gonna stay the night.
You gonna bring your extra powdered fucking goldfish?
No, probably won't do that. Sneak it in. Just start eating this while I'm drinking a couple beers out there. This is good, man. This is good for me.
Good for me.
She thinks she's the queen, and we just sorry people. Oh, dude, Chris will try yanking
another one. Oh my God. Hey,
this guy can't be stopped.
Chris, what did I tell you about closing quarters?
What did he tell you, Chris?
You gotta close them strong.
But you imagine if they didn't let them go on a big run in the middle of the quarter, the closing quarters would be even bigger.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I agree with that. But basketball is a game of runs, so you got to weather the storm, especially when you're on the road.
It's a game of runs. not the tummy runs. A bad turnover there. You know, the Pacers might do good with old Bryant. Put him in.
You know, I actually agree with you. Get Thomas Bryant in there because he can knock down those corner threes. That was good analysis right there, Mark. I'm proud of you.
I was thinking about what they did against the Knicks last series.
Yeah.
He came in.
You know, they keep putting this Bradley guy in, and I'm wondering why they're going with Bradley over Bryant.
Put James Johnson in. Let him get ejected again.
Let him get ejected again. He might get suspended for like the first couple of games next year.
I mean, take out their best player, even it up.
It's back up to 9, man. Back up to 9 that quick.
Guess they're not closing the quarter out good now.
Nope. Turnovers.
That was by old McConnell too, man. Come on, Obi.
Yeah, it was on McConnell. Look, he's short, and so you trap him in that corner every time. He's going to pick that ball up. What is he going to do with it?
You can't throw it over to those guys. They're pretty big. I mean, Crusoe's about the same size, but Crusoe almost, dude. That Crusoe fall could have been really bad.
Hey, Mark, they listen to you. Thomas Bryant is in.
I know ball. Good. Former Laker.
What does he do? First thing he does is touch the ball, shoot a 3.
Wasn't the corner, though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, man.
What's wrong, Alan?
Turnovers are killing them. 5-second foul, right? 5-second turnover there.
Man, I'm almost done with this
SGA
bowl of
gets
goldfish.
And there it is. It's 11-point lead now.
So what are you going to do when basketball season's over, Chris? All this excitement that's happening. What are you going to do?
Dude, I'm going to be sad.
I'm almost sad, too. Look, I'm almost done. This bowl was topped. Now it's almost gone.
Yeah, I'm going to be sad, dude. Once this is over, I'm going to just be praying that basketball season next season starts quick.
October.
Hurry up.
Yeah, preseason for football coming up. Any names you're excited for, Chris, for preseason?
For football? Definitely excited to see Shuck and Rattler. That's just bias, though.
Okay.
Cam. It'll be cool to see.
Hopefully Shador's not arrested for speeding.
Yeah, I think that whole quarterback situation is going to be cool to see because I'm sure they're all going to play.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. Flacco can't make it to first practice of it and for mini camps. He's already tired. It's nap time. So Pacers got to come out here on a run, right, to close the game or the quarter.
They got to close this quarter. That's for sure.
They got to close it.
Be nice if Jake was on the pod tonight.
at this point, if the Thunder lose this game, it's going to be one of the all-time choke jobs. If they lose this game,
McConnell, big shot. McConnell game-winning shot tonight. I'm smelling it.
yeah, I think I should change the board here.
Yeah. You do that. Dang, he scored the last 12 points for the Pacers.
But are they going to get anybody else involved, man? You know, where's Siakam at? You know, Miles Turner hit that 1-3. Where's Turner at? You got Mathurin in playing big minutes. What has Mathurin been doing? You know, you're not going to win this game with just TJ McConnell, and that's why it's going back and forth like this.
Jake's over here talking. He's like, pick up this guy was huge. I was like, yeah, so I was paying the refs. Look at Williams holding McConnell down, man. They didn't call that? Oh, Rick's pissed.
Yep.
That was a foul. I hit it. Wow, that was a terrible 3. Hey, Chris, we're going to probably get a low-scoring game, too, by the way.
I think everybody should have smashed that under. Game 7s just are never high-scoring games, especially in the finals. Like,
how do you miss that layup?
Yep.
He's too tired. He's not used to doing this much. That's a bad layup. You got to make that.
Yeah, it was a unlucky bounce on that one, I think.
You're right, Chris. You look pretty focused.
Yeah, I was reading some stuff. Fucking.
Damn, you're hammering this refs thing here, Mark. What's going on?
I'm trying to piss off Jake. I mean, they also didn't play against LeBron. So look at this. He's just saying. I would still take. I would still say Durant and Westbrook at the moment better. I mean, yeah, they won a he's gonna win a championship with SGA, but
yeah, I gotta tell you, anybody, this was a bad break for anybody that bet Pacers. This is just somehow this is how it goes. I mean, Halliburton could have had him a 30-point game tonight, man. And,
I cursed him, man. I told you.
You know, it's just kind of the way it breaks. You know, it kind of sucks, but
Chris,
yeah, they're pulling away here.
Who's gonna be the first pick of the NBA draft, Chris? You got any insiders on that?
Cooper Flag.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much a foregone conclusion.
I just know that at the hour mark of this podcast tonight, I'm going to clip the college baseball talk because Chris went off.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm actually. I think that I'm going to take a good 2-minute rant.
What's his name's about to get himself a tech?
Who?
Rick Carlisle's about to get himself a tech. He's on the court in the middle of the game, calling for a foul on Caruso, saying that that was a foul on Siakam.
Hate to say it, this game's over.
Yeah, it's looking that way. I mean, unless I just don't think that the Pacers have enough firepower. Their guys aren't hitting the shots. You got the people that are shooting the threes now are guys that haven't even been playing the entire series. You know, you had Shepard that just put up a three, missed it bad. You had Bryant come in, he put up a three, missed that one bad. But where's Siakam? Where's Turner? Where are the guys on their team that are? I'm just not really sure about what is happening with their guys. And you know what, Mark? Maybe you were right. Maybe that halftime is what killed them. You know, they had that momentum,
They didn't
and
have the good halftime speech.
They didn't have that Chris Weinhardt
yeah,
special.
they didn't.
Maybe they should have had some goldfish extra cheddar and a beer, and they would be good.
That might have helped them.
Always gets me through the day. You can do a lot of activities with goldfish cheddar and beer.
Well, you know, I was just in a training class last week, and one of the topics was substance abuse, and they said that drugs negatively impact performance and productivity, and I was kind of thinking, I don't know if you've heard of cocaine, because I bet I could get some early morning stockers to get out there and stock pretty damn well if they was hitting a bump in the stock room. All right,
whoa.
They're probably stocking more boxes more efficiently than they would if they were not on a bump. Now,
Man.
I'm not saying that has ever happened, and I have never done that. I would not, but the way that they made it sound was like all drugs would be bad for productivity. Have they never heard of Adderall? Like I kind of feel like if there's a couple drugs out there that we could get some really good productivity out of some people.
Didn't one of the Seahawks players on defense get caught with Adderall?
I would not put it past it.
It was one of them. Yeah, Chris, though, that hour mark, though, of you coming at Coastal Carolina today, yeah, that's definitely going to be clipped.
Well, fuck the Shants.
How much
them
money
for disrespecting us?
How much money do you think Coastal Carolina has in their baseball program compared to LSU?
Not even a fraction.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, no, Coastal now, but when they do revenue sharing, probably the same amount, close to.
They're going to do revenue sharing?
Doubt it.
Well, yeah, the college is going revenue sharing.
I doubt it's even close to it.
Oh, well, that's probably the biggest sport they do. I mean, maybe football with it, but
maybe.
What? How would the revenue sharing work though? Like, it's not going to be an even cut for everybody,
isn't it? Chris is the guy for that. Everyone gets $20.5 million, right, or something like that.
The school gets $20.5 million, yeah, but not every player gets the same.
Yeah, well, you distribute that $20.5 to whichever
sport.
Sports, yeah,
and then the sport breaks that down to whoever they want to pay.
Well, this fourth quarter, you're going to see a bunch of threes from the Pacers. What can we say, Chris? They had a good run.
They did have a good run.
Well, we'll never know.
Injuries.
That's how you win sports. It's the war of nutrition.
Yeah. They went on runs.
We're glad that you joined tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad I joined also.
I'm not sure if you're actually watching the game, but
no, I am. It's on my screen.
I can see like through that mirror. It doesn't look like there's a game on. Okay, there's a game on.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is on the other monitor, but man, we'll never know though, man. We'll never know if they would have won with Halliburton. Allen might have said they would have won. Man, this is just they had a good run. That's all I can say, man. Yep. Our basketball guy left.
this was a great live. Hey, Texas big recruit today.
Oh yeah, 5-star.
Yeah, got that
Is that-
fucking Oregon
the guy?
flip.
Is that the guy that was doing the video with Dan Lanning?
Yeah,
I'm glad that Steve Sarkisian didn't do that.
yeah. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe LSU and Oregon, they can take some notes on how not to do cool videos with players.
Dude, I was fully waiting on Luke to send the LSU recruiting picture that came out today.
Which one was that?
It was like 3 of the wide receivers and their moms dressed up in pads and shit.
Oh, don't worry. It's coming.
But I mean, the kids clearly wanted it, or the moms wanted it. I'm sure LSU wasn't like, hey, let's put your parents in fucking uniforms.
Texas, though, they on 3, they went from like I think 15, 16 to number 10. So we got 2 5-stars. We have another 5-star lineman that it's on that. You know how they have like the projection? We're like 91%. Yeah, Dominic, man, it just seems like it's game over. I know Alan's not here to break it down, but me and Chris, we can handle this question. The game's over. You know, the famous Kenny Smith says, it's over. It's over. Yeah, it's over. Chris, what do you think? You think this game's over? You think the Pacers got one little run left in them?
It's fucking over, Dominic. It's over. And buckle up because we're going to see the Pelicans next year in this fucking finals.
Who's your early Pelicans prediction? Who they playing?
Pelicans in 4 against the Lakers.
In the Western Conference Finals. What about the finals?
Oh, is that not the finals?
That'd be the Western
No, that would be
Okay.
Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
Who you got? You got Knicks or Magic or
You
Cavs?
can do Pelicans Cavs since that's your other home team. It's your
Yeah,
home team.
Pelicans, Cavs, win-win.
Pelican Cavs, and then it'd be 4-0 Pelicans. Okay.
Yeah, we were just saying though, it's over. Like Kenny the Jet Smith says, it's over. It was good. You know, they had a great season. Shout out to the Indiana Pacers. I mean, you played hard. We'll never know if they would have won, but
I think they win. I think if Halliburton is not hurt, I think they win that game easy.
Now
Not easy, but
they banked on everything for 2 games for their whole season next year. Man. Yeah, Christo. We like I said, another offensive lineman for Texas. That's probably going to join us as a 5-star. So we're getting names. We're getting those Lambos out there. You know, get the Lamborghinis out. You can get anyone with those. Dude, stop showing this video of Halliburton. This is not even cool to watch. He's literally crying as he's going to the floor. Like, it's just disgusting.
yeah, for them to continue to show it.
Like, I don't remember I remember the Kobe and Clay one, but I don't remember like they kept showing it over and over and over again. Like, we get it. He's hurt. All right, Chris, this is where the runs start. Hope you're watching. Buckle up. You watch on YouTube TV, Chris?
Yeah, but I'm watching it on my computer, so I'm a little bit behind you guys.
Yeah, I just learned like a couple weeks ago I could actually put it on my laptop and watch it if I really wanted to.
Yeah, you just go to their website, YouTube TV. That's crazy that you didn't know that.
And if I ever do deploy, I can get a VPN and actually watch YouTube TV too, because you can't do it. You can't do it when you don't have a VPN over there. It's only an America, like a United States thing. It sucks. Which you'd be surprised it's not. Like YouTube's so like big, you can watch YouTube anywhere.
Yeah, usually what it is you got to pay for the rights. So you would have to do YouTube TV in that country.
No, I'd rather just get VPN because I don't. Man, football season's next sport, guys. Or actually, we got baseball still going on. Chris, any LSU players you've been watching in the league? Besides Paul? Besides Paul.
Paul, feel bad for that man. We've already talked about him.
Yeah, terrible win-loss record.
Terrible. But maybe greatest pitcher in the league. Best ERA.
Is he the best ERA? He's the lowest right now.
Yeah. Dylan Cruz. Kind of peeking at him.
Nationals.
Yep. Been looking at what's his name? Castellon. The Florida guy for who's the team that wears like the royal blues?
Kansas City Royals.
Yeah. That would make sense because of royal blue. He just got called up last week? He hit and then he had a 2-homer day.
There's a prospect from the Reds that are getting called up. I think like the number 2 draft pick in the draft. I don't know, something like that. He's playing against the Yankees on Tuesday in Cincinnati.
Just a crazy stat.
I saw the clip today of the Orioles player asking your fucking Yankees player. He was like, y'all going home after this? And he was like, no. And then he had to think about who y'all were playing next.
Our player?
Yeah. It was like he didn't know where he was going.
And it's the middle of the game, you forget that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What was the stat, Alan, you saw?
Since 8 minutes and 32 seconds left in the third quarter, only TJ McConnell has scored.
Also, SGA has no turnovers this game, too. He's been pretty efficient. He's going to be finals MVP, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You want Holmgren to be more aggressive. Well, you got it.
Defensively is what I meant.
He's got 3 blocks.
Yep. If you can't impact the game on the offensive side, you got to still impact it on the defense.
Another assist by SGA. Yeah, it's already a 21-point game.
Yep. It's
hey,
over.
Dominic, if you're still in here, the games, I think we can wrap it up. Good season for the Thunder. The best team in the NBA, record-wise, all the way through. Most wins in the NBA this year overall. And, Chris, what was your key to the games to how to win?
You have to have more points at the end of the game.
They're going to have that.
Yeah, it looks like it, buddy. It looks like it.
Pelicans, though. Pelicans at 4 every round?
Yeah, one round they're going to have 3. It's just going to be such a big fucking blowout. The NBA is going to be like, we just have to advance them.
So they'll have 15 playoff wins.
Actually, back in the day, the first round series was only a 5-game series.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what your brother was asking. He got that confused with the finals and then overall. Oh, man. Now I got to start getting all the fantasy apps ready for pick'ems and it's going to be so. Alan, you're the third pick or the second pick in the fantasy draft?
I got so I think I chose third pick, but I was the number 2. I got the second choice.
Yeah. Chris, you're way down there. Right?
I'm what?
In the fantasy
11?
draft.
10?
Oh.
I'm 10.
You got this.
10.
I'm 8. I'll probably draft St. Brown again.
Yeah, 10 is not a bad spot.
At least it wasn't rigged this year. Or was Luke 9?
Yeah, it's all 3 of us, I think.
And Wade's 7.
Oh, shit.
It's rigged every year, no matter how I do it. I can literally just do an hour before the draft and let the computer pick it, and it would still be rigged. Alan's gonna win. If you win the league before Doc does, I'd be in tears.
That's the plan. I usually start off strong whenever I join a league.
Watch out. If you ever come on Dynasty, though, you got to watch out for Doc. Chris knows. He's a Dynasty pro, right?
Dynasty pro? Yeah.
Doc claims himself to be a Dynasty pro.
He makes aggressive trades.
He's a Dynasty legend.
He
He
claims
plays
to be
2K, not 2K. He plays
the show.
The show a lot.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel hosts Who Wants to Be a Millionaire now?
I guess everybody has to keep working.
They're doing celebrities. Give the little man a chance. Dude, Holmgren looks like he could like eat TJ McConnell, how tall he is. $19-2 runs since the 3 minutes and 53 seconds in the third quarter. Wow, that's a big run there, Chris. That's a big tummy run.
Yeah, this game is getting out of hand very quickly.
You think the coach had that talk after? You think maybe it just took a minute to kick in?
I think the better team won tonight.
Even with the injuries?
Yeah. I don't think the injuries would have changed anything.
You think it would have been closer at least?
No.
So Thunder still would have blown them out, huh? That's crazy. Look at Holmgren being aggressive. Oh, but they just call anything nowadays, don't they?
I mean, when everybody flaps around, then it makes it hard for the refs. They've got to determine what is real and what is not real.
I hope you guys read the private chat.
Nothing's in it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Pacers look like there's Will Levis out there.
Oh man!
I'll even make it closer to home.
Make it the same city.
Yeah, it looks like fucking
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson's out there.
Maybe even Daniel Jones.
I mean, that player that left early, that definitely looks like Anthony Richardson.
Halliburton.
That's fucked up. His was actually he didn't give up though on an injury though, or like he was tired. He fought through the pain. We'll try to. Siakam, man, that's crazy.
Hey, there's that first turnover by SGA.
Uh-oh. People are commenting in the TikTok about the Burrow versus Lamar video.
Oh, what a shame.
Oh, clutch.
Someone said, I said Lamar is better. Stats could be subjective situations. He's like playoff wins. Don't they the same amount? I mean, Lamar has 3. Oops.
Who's this guy with the Josh Allen?
Yeah, he was getting annoying. I mean, Lamar does have less playoff wins than Joe Burrow. I don't think I've ever mentioned that. Have you guys ever mentioned that one to Luke?
What?
Other block by Chet.
What's that?
Lamar has less playoff wins than Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm pretty sure it just gets brought up that Lamar's 6-1 against
yeah.
Joe, so it doesn't matter.
But their stats are similar when they
The
play each other.
narrative will always change.
And he's got MVPs.
Yeah,
2.
2 MVPs.
So 3 playoff wins, 2 MVPs. That's the same amount of playoff wins and MVPs as Joe Burrow. If the math is correct. Lamar's the better player, but Joe's the better quarterback. And they both play the same position.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I never really liked that saying. It doesn't matter who it's for. It's just like, hey, you're the same. If you're like a different, like if we're talking like Aaron Donald, like for example, when he was playing to like Patrick Mahomes, it's like, oh, Patrick's a better quarterback. I mean, that would make more sense because they play different positions. But I feel like you're the same position, then it's like,
I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying too, though. I get both.
I think that it matters when we're talking about the context of Lamar Jackson, like because he is not just like yes, he is a quarterback, and he has been very good at being a quarterback, but Joe Burrow has also been very good, and just because he doesn't have the same team around him, doesn't have the same coaching staff around him, and Lamar Jackson has the better winning against the 1v1 because of those said other things.
1v1 stats to me for quarterbacks is the dumbest thing. It like I know you're gonna.
I think 1v1 stats for any position other than kicker is stupid.
Quarterback, to be honest, quarterback win-loss record is like a pitcher win-loss record a lot of times. Because, like, for example, and this is what I always go to, Alan, you might not like it, but the games that Brady played Mahomes in the playoffs, so the AFC Championship and the Super Bowl, the AFC Championship game in Kansas City, Mahomes did outperform Brady. Brady had more turnovers. He didn't have a terrible game, like yards and all that, but that was dominated by the running game. The Patriots' running game was solid, and it was a high-scoring game, so it wasn't like both offenses played bad. It's just that the Patriots had the ball first in overtime, and of course, if you give that to Brady, 9 times out of 10, he's most likely going to score on the first possession. That's just the way it's going to work.
Yeah,
the Super Bowl, though, Mahomes, if you actually watch the game and not look at stats, Mahomes was actually playing great. Now, I mentioned the Eagles won. The Eagles won, everyone sucked, but against the Bucs, he was the only one that played good. Receivers dropping the ball left and right. Every lineman was hurt. They had a new offensive line. But Brady's going to get the credit because, yes, it's the quarterback versus quarterback precedence. And I don't like that. It's for any fucking quarterback. It doesn't matter who it is. Same thing with win-loss record. You could be 15 of 35 for 175 passing yards and 2 turnovers, no touchdowns, and win the game. Am I giving you the credit for that win?
But I do think that the playoff 1v1 does matter because
it's the same thing though.
But all right, so what we're talking about is Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. They're both in the same division, which means that they play each other twice a year. And that's typically going to come down to who has the better team in most situations. All right, cool.
When Nick Foles played Brady had 500 plus passing yards. He lost. Okay, I get it. He had a fumble at the end of the game. But that one fumble, it was a high-scoring game. So, that one fumble, okay, Brady had one careless mistake where it was actually a good swipe by, I think it was Barnett that swiped either him or Graham. They swiped it. But Brady had 500 passing yards. Was he really worse than Nick Foles that game? Nick Foles gets the credit because he won. It's just.
I think Nick Foles outplayed Tom Brady in that Super Bowl.
It's so hard to say.
He has the most yards in a Super Bowl, but Nick Foles caught a touchdown, threw 3 touchdowns. Like I still think that he had over 300 yards passing, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, it wasn't Brady's fault while they lost. Brady did everything he could to win the game. I mean, like I said, he put up 30 plus points. I just the whole head to head for a quarterback is just to me it's a bad narrative to push, especially if the other quarterback that's like if the quarterback is balling out that loses and he loses to a quarterback that was average or below average. Okay, he got the win over you, but like he wasn't better. Like,
But you could still critique when a quarterback plays bad.
well, yeah, but like it's just like you critique it's bad, but you know if they get the win, that's all they care about is this quarterback went 13-4 this year, but okay, how many of those wins were because of the defense? If your quarterback is an average quarterback, but you got 13 wins, is the quarterback the one that's getting the praise, or should he get the praise?
Did Sam Darnold deserve the praise last year?
Darnold was actually putting up numbers, though.
But
Darnold,
that's what I'm saying. Like he was on a team that was a very good team with good coaching. Do you think that Sam Darnold is going to be able to replicate what he did last year with the Seahawks?
no, but I also think that's because of coaching. I like we've already been over that. I think Kevin O'Connell's a good coach.
Well, we just spoke about that. I mean, I just said that coaching matters.
I just think for like pitchers and baseball, quarterbacks for NFL or college football, I think the win-loss record is just it's a bad stat. To me, at least. I don't know how you feel, Chris, but
Bad stat.
you buying 2K this year, Chris?
I'll be right back.
Shout out to Chris for hanging in here.
Shout out to Chris for hopping on and doing this.
He had the Kevin Durant stats ready as soon as
He
we
did.
got on.
He
I didn't
was-
even
he
expect
was
him to
into
have
it.
that, to be honest. I didn't even tell him I was going to bring it up. It's like he's just like a basketball wizard all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to tell.
Basketball.
You buying 2K next year, Chris?
Yeah, always.
You're for college football, the video game?
Yeah, I'll be a couple weeks late to it, but I'll be on it.
You be on it.
I'll be on it.
Hopefully your internet's good this year because your internet was trash for college football last year when we tried playing. Shout out to Daddy
Have you guys
Aaron.
you guys seen all of the updates to Madden this year?
I might be getting the Madden this year.
It looks really good. A lot of and the updates to the weather, playing in that like crazy snow, like not even be able to see your wide receivers.
I think I'm getting it. I didn't get Madden last year.
Yeah, I haven't gotten
first
Madden in
Madden
like 10 years.
It's the first Madden I've never gotten to start playing video games. Yeah, shout out to Daddy Aaron though too, Chris.
Oh
Yeah, big shout
man!
out to They just got back to Ohio today.
12-point game.
His Facebook's been pretty active.
12-point game with 5 minutes to go.
He has been active the past couple days.
Especially on a cruise, man. Like
Well, on the cruise, like yeah.
He was dedicated to Facebook. I can't believe he was trying to sell me a car from Ohio during the Dynasty draft day.
If the Thunder lose after having a 21-point lead in the fourth quarter,
this is where they could use Chris. This is where they could use Halliburton right here.
what type of hate do they get?
I think if it's within like 5 points, they're going to get hate.
I mean, I don't know. It's 5 minutes left, and 12 points in 5 minutes is not that steep.
They got to keep going on another run. Continue the run. Might actually get a high-scoring game. I'm excited. Shout out to you, Chris, man. We said it, man. We're glad you hung in here this long.
Yeah, for sure.
I never thought you'd be in here for a basketball episode.
Yeah, buddy, I'm here. I'd be here for basketball. I'll be here for fucking golf. I'll be here for fucking cricket.
All right, well, we're gonna do the Open Championship for golf coming up.
Dude, I'm here. I'm here for
July.
it.
Who do you have as early favorites for the Open? I know it's a few weeks out, but you got any names
for the Open?
Yeah, Happy Gilmore is not a contestant this year. Competitor.
Dude. I mean, you always got to go with, fucking Scheffler.
Yeah,
He'll always
Scotty.
be open. Yep, Scotty. Rory, another big one. Probably gonna be a favorite.
Yeah, top two in the world. That typically would be.
I've heard a lot of rumbles about DeChambeau.
DeChambeau.
Yeah, him. Heard a lot of rumors about him. He might be good.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, Holmgren's got like 5 blocks now in this game, I think.
Any underdogs, Chris, you're looking at? That maybe the bettors could use, maybe like a guy like Allen who likes to bet?
That's a good one right there. That's a good question. Who am I betting on in the Open?
Yeah, you got to give some underdogs. Of course, everyone knows Scotty and Rory, and DeChambeau. Can Google help you fast enough? That's the question.
Sorry, what did you say?
Any underdogs for Allen when it comes to the Open Championship? I mean, of course we have the the top dogs, but like any sleepers out there that can maybe make a push out there in Europe this year.
I don't even think he knows what you're talking about.
Talking about you.
Oh, me? I
Yeah,
thought you said Allen.
Yeah, he's asking you.
You literally said Allen, underdogs.
An underdog for Allen to bet. Like if he wants to throw a name in there.
Oh, I thought you.
Yeah, like
you're waiting for.
You waiting for me to answer? Yeah, no. I'm gonna go with Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, you have any underdogs, Chris? Like any guys that's not like the big dogs like Rory and Scotty and Bryson. Any underdogs. Shout out to Happy Gilmore too, coming out in July. Netflix.
I'm ready for that. I'm excited.
A lot of names in that, a lot of celebrities. Can't wait. Shout out to Keegan Bradley too, the Ryder Cup captain for Team America this year. Got a win today over England's finest, Tommy Fleetwood. Captain America was out there today doing his thing. Shout out to Keegan. Some say he could be underdog in the Open. But that's my name.
Really? I agree with you there, buddy. I couldn't really find too many underdogs. So I just know that they're all going to have a lot of good strokes. The stroke game is going to be strong out there.
What does ChatGPT say? Some say that's a very good source.
Give me
what does Grok say? What is she chirping about?
You know what? Let's hit.
What does
you
Grok
said the
say?
Open?
The Open Championship.
This year. JJ, I mean, he's plus 65.
Yeah, he just won.
Tommy
Yeah.
Fleetwood.
Don't bet Tommy.
Hey Brock, can you give me some underdogs that would be favorable to bet in the
Scotty's
Open
number one. He's
next
plus
week?
450.
Yeah.
Rory 650.
The 2025 U.S. Open at Oakmont.
No. That's the wrong
is shaping up
one.
to be a tough one.
That's the
But
wrong
there are a
one.
few
The U.S.
underdog
Open at
golfers
Oakmont
worth
is
considering.
wrong?
That already happened.
Colin
Oh, okay,
Morikawa
okay.
at
God,
20
Grok is
to 1 odds.
stupid.
The Open
Come on,
Championship.
Brock.
Say
You're giving me a bad name here.
the Open Championship in July.
Grok is stupid.
I heard she was the best.
Deep insight.
So JJ, huh, Chris? It says, and Sepp Straka.
Yeah.
Don't bet Tommy. He's never won a PGA Tour event.
I ain't betting shit. Let's get that one straight.
Why not?
Not for golf.
You said the Open Championship? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Yeah, what a stupid thing.
The Open Championship in July.
Grok, can you give me some underdogs that would be favorable to bet in the U.S. Open?
No.
Championship? Ah, God damn it.
It's just the Open, no US.
Okay. Grok, can you give me some
Christ.
underdogs that would be favorable to bet in the Open Championships in July?
There you go. I feel strong about this one.
For the 2025 Open Championship, which is likely at Royal Portrush in July.
It's not likely it is.
Values include Jordan Spieth at around 50 to 1 odds, given his past Open success and recent flashes of form, despite inconsistent seasons. Tommy Fleetwood, hovering near 22 to 1.
Tommy Fleetwood.
Solid pick.
Don't bet him.
Hey, she said Jordan Spieth is at 50 to 1.
Spieth.
Spieth, and he's had Open success.
Yeah, he's won.
He's got local appeal and good confidence.
What do we think about JJ Spawn, though?
It's likely going to be at that course, though, even though it's been confirmed for a few years now.
Want me to check specific odds or dive into one of these players?
Yeah, no, tell it to dive into Tommy Fleetwood.
Tell her, like, first off, do you have to pay for Grok?
So, no,
Yeah,
you don't.
she's true.
Grok, can you dive in on Tommy Fleetwood and tell me why he would be a good choice?
I'm going to have to get Grok.
All right.
Grok is awesome, man.
Just on
Changed
X?
his life. Yeah, it's on X. But you can get an app. You can get the app.
And here's why he could be worth it. Tommy's game is tailor-made for links golf. He's a
Tailor-made, that's a-
Taylor made.
That's a golf company.
and has
Yeah.
a knack for managing tough, windy conditions, which Portrush often dishes out. He's got a stellar Open track
Likely.
record with a T4 in 2017,
Tied for
T12
fourth.
in 2018,
Time for
and a
12.
runner-up finish in 2019 at Portrush itself.
That's been a long time, though.
This year, he's been in great form, racking up 4 top 10 finishes in 12 starts with no missed cuts. And he's ranked 13th. in the
4
world.
top 10 finishes in 12 starts,
Hey.
huh?
Unless they got updated, he's not ranked 13th. He was like 19th earlier today.
Picking up where we left off, Tommy Fleetwood's 4 top 10 finishes in 12 starts this season show he's in form for the 2025 Open Championship at Royal Portrush.
Don't bet
His
him.
putting stats, ranking
Don't
3rd on the PGA
this
Tour for
woman
putts
here,
per
this
green and regulation,
wrong
give him an edge
AI.
on tricky links greens.
This lady's wrong.
He's got that near miss at Portrush in 2019, finishing 2nd, so he's comfy on that layout. At 22 to 1 or higher,
He's
his
comfy on
consistency
the
and links
layout.
pedigree
Comfy on
make
the
him a
layout,
smart
boys.
underdog bet. Want me to check for updated odds or compare him to another player?
No, that's okay, Grok. Thank you for your input. Boys, Pacers, it's going to look like they're coming back, but at the end of the game, they're not coming back. OKC wins. They're going to win this game.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes left. I don't. They're running out of time to make
And
that
they got a
push.
steal. Dort got a steal.
Yeah.
Dort.
Um,
I mean, having 21 turnovers and 7 turnovers, that's that's like a football score.
yeah.
21-7 turnovers. That's crazy. Yeah, Chris. We got
Yeah,
it.
it was fun. I'm going to pull an Irish exit. I love you, boys. This was a great episode. We should do more of these during the season.
I agree, especially big time games.
Are you going to be on this week?
Yeah. Wednesday
I mean,
or Thursday?
it's either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday or Wednesday. You
I
let
have
me
a
know.
Thomas. I have a Thomas Rhett concert on Thursday.
With mama. Okay. Love you, boys.
Love you too, buddy.
Love y'all too,
All
man. Wow, what a guy!
What a guy.
What a guy! He's gonna miss a crazy comeback if it happens, though.
Yeah, hey. It's 13 points.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel like they got it in, though, man.
Yeah. Oh, a 3. It's a 10-point game. Holmgren showing up.
That's 29 feet. Wow, I mean, like no one wanted to go back with him. It's crazy. He got hurt. Looks like his hands bothering him. 10-point game with 2 minutes left. Well, on my screen. I don't know if they have it in them.
Yeah, Neesmith just fouled out too, man. I mean, this is just.
I don't
This
think
is
Neesmith
the
was
third
that foul.
This is the third time he's fouled out this finals.
They call that on him? It didn't
Yep.
look even. Oh, Neesmith. Yeah, it was him. I was thinking of the other guy. They gave it. Oh, he just kicked the chair. There's a guy standing right behind him too. It was nice. I mean, how do you get mad about that? That was an actual foul. I mean, like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's frustrated at himself. That's what
Okay.
that is.
so SJ wasn't even trying to do anything. Like, I mean, he just put the ball in there.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll take the points. Man. Well, they had a good run.
Yep.
Maybe they hit some quick shots. They gotta hit quick ones.
You know, these free throws are coming up, and it's slowing this game down, and that's kind of what you need to be able to get back into a game. Stop the clock and score points while the clock is stopped.
They need threes, don't they?
They do, but they got to make those free throws, and Nemhard just fucking golfed that up.
Caruso gonna have 2 finals championships.
Yep. Caruso's gonna have 2, so still
They-
can't believe the Lakers let him walk. And I don't think that the Lakers let him walk if Walters is the owner at that point.
They all said who would win another one when he left first, LeBron or Caruso. Many had LeBron. Nobody had Caruso.
I don't think anybody said that, but it was good. That was a good one.
Man. Well, you're champions.
Hey, it's a bad break, man. Halliburton going down in that first quarter after scoring 9 points, man. Like in 5 minutes. I mean, it just
Happened in the second quarter, didn't it? Or was it the first?
no. It happened in the first quarter. It happened 5 minutes into the game. That's why they kept showing it, 40 times.
I can't believe. Yeah, Caruso was in Chicago first, didn't he?
Yeah, he was in Chicago for a couple years, and then OKC traded for him.
That was a good pickup for him.
Yeah, it was a good move for them. And they went out and got Hartenstein.
Well, some people call him Hart.
Yeah, some people call him Hart.
People that are lazy. I hear Hart, I'm thinking Josh Hart. Wow, big steal.
Yep.
He's got a couple
That's it.
steals this quarter. Give it to Shea so he can get 2 more points to get 30, or 1 more point to get 30. I mean, they've capitalized 29 points off turnovers. Damn. We'll never know what would have happened. We never know. I can't. What was the last time though, like in a winner-take-all game in any sport, one of the best players in the game got hurt, like in the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very rare occurrence, and I think that
like I know they said Kelsey was banged up in the Super Bowl, but they were blown out. They were getting blown out, so it didn't really matter, like if he was hurt or not. Yeah, I couldn't even think. Yeah, now they're just launching up prayer shots.
Yeah. I mean, it's over. It's a 14-point game, under a minute left, man. There's nothing.
Damn, dude. Naismith is crying too.
Yeah.
Don't foul SGA, Indiana. Don't give him those extra cheap points. He'll take an assist. Oh, that was a terrible shot. Yeah. Well, your 2024-2025 NBA champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Huh?
The Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't think I was ever expecting to say that.
Their first championship since they were in Seattle, as the Seattle Supersonics. You know, they couldn't win with Durant and Westbrook and Harden and Ibaka, but they won with SGA, Jalen Williams, and Holmgren. Now the backups are in. Now the question is, I know they won the championship. Do the betting odds have them as the favorites next year?
I mean, it would be hard. I don't know if they would be favorites next year. I don't assume that they're going to lose a lot of people, but just the way the West is.
Do they have any contracts that are up or anything?
Well, you have to imagine. I think SGA. We have to imagine that they're going to pay him.
Well, when's his thing up? Because
he's got a couple. I think if he signs the extension, it won't be for next year. It would be for the year after that. So, but he is eligible for the Supermax or the Supermax, I guess. I don't know. He's going to be like a $300 million contract.
As much as a lot of people don't like him. If he stays with Oklahoma and he keeps going, he's going to go down as the greatest, not the best, probably of all time, because Durant's probably going to be better all time, but best player in Thunder's history, like what they did for the city and the team.
I mean, that argument is already up for grabs, I think, because he won them a championship and KD didn't. So,
how many years has he been on the team?
Well, he got traded to them. He was on the Clippers first. I think he's been on the team for like 3 years now.
Shout out to Paul George for letting.
Yeah, Paul George. This is the Paul George finals.
Chet ending the game with backups. Damn, dude. Well, 12-point game.
Yep, 12-point game. Means
Low
my plus 6.5 didn't fucking cash either. I was hoping that one would cash at least by at halftime. I was looking at that and saying at least they could keep it close.
Your under hit.
Yeah, the under hit, but that didn't. That was packaged with the 6.5.
And SGA, I'm assuming, is Finals MVP.
Yeah, I mean it's that's a foregone conclusion at this point. With Jalen Williams having the bad game that he had last game, it's definitely going to be SGA. Like,
Shout out to the coach, too, man.
yeah, you know, I mean, it's kind of that conversation about, you know, when it comes to the Knicks and who they're going to hire. You see a lot of these assistant coaches getting their chances, these younger guys getting those chances a lot like the NFL, and Dagnall's one of them. And this kind of goes with that.
Oh, man, is that SGA? Is that his girlfriend?
Not sure.
Was SGA like when he came? I don't really remember when he came in the league. Was he like this big time player? Was he that big time player with the Clippers?
No. He was a backup on the Clippers, and didn't really get much playing time. But I mean, he had flashes. He didn't come into the league as like a super, high prospect or anything like that. It's all been work that he's put in. I mean, and that just goes to show, what happens when you put in work. And he's got flashes of great athleticism, and it's a great thing to see. Somebody that put in work in order to get this championship.
Well, shout out to the Thunder franchise too. I know, they brought a couple free agents in and he traded for SGA, but dude, they built the team right. Like when they got these guys, they weren't big time name players. Yes, Crusoe's established already, but they built this team correctly. Through the draft, a couple pieces here. You get off a big name in Paul George. Like they built the team correctly.
Yeah, I mean that goes to Sam Presti and the amazing work that he's done as the GM. I mean he's done phenomenal work. So racking up the draft picks and making the right moves at the right time, getting drafting great guys.
How high was Jalen Williams drafted?
Who?
Jalen Williams.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't know if he was a first round draft pick, if he was a high draft pick. I don't know.
Jalen Williams was drafted out of Santa Clara. He was a 12th overall pick in 2022. So borderline, like at the end of the lottery.
Damn, they got Halliburton on the crutches standing outside the locker room.
SGA was the 11th overall pick. He was actually drafted by the Hornets. But, I mean, I think they traded his rights to the Clippers.
Yeah, traded his rights to the Clippers.
Played 2 years.
Man, that's another one that the Hornets traded.
Man, that McConnell crying with Hallie, man, that actually hits. What was that you said?
The Hornets traded away the rights to Kobe Bryant and then traded away the rights to SGA. Damn.
What's up with these gold shoes around his neck?
Maybe they're like similar to golden gloves. Maybe he's trying to make a statement. I don't know.
I mean, he's definitely made a statement this year. I mean, like people can criticize how he does things. I mean, he's an NBA MVP, Finals MVP,
and scoring title. The last person that won the MVP, won the scoring title, and Finals MVP was, I believe, MJ.
I mean, he's had a great season. I know, like, people are going to now ask, is he the face of the NBA? And, obviously that's a question that's going to be ongoing because my opinion, there's no true face to the NBA. There's so many guys that make a case every year. Every year it changes. Like we've had a different champion the last like 7-8 years. So.
Oh yeah, I mean different champion in the last 7 years. So
some say it's Joker. Some say it's Giannis. Some say SGA's up there. Luka. They're pushing the case for Anthony Edwards. They're trying for that. I mean, some people say Tatum slept on. I mean, there's so many people everyone says is the face. And
yeah,
that's my point. I don't think there is a true face.
Maybe SGA is the guy that nobody really wanted, but he's gonna take it. I think that's the thing is to be the face of the league, you got to take it. And if he goes on a little run here and wins a couple of championships, which I mean, I really do hate to sit here and say that every champion has the chance to, go off on some runs, but this is a very young team. They gained a lot of experience this season, and you got to think that they do have that opportunity. I don't think that they let a lot of these guys go. I mean, maybe their bench gets gutted a little bit because they are going to have to sign players. So the guys like Wiggins and Isaiah Joe coming off of the bench, those guys might get picked up, bigger contracts.
It's just don't do what the Nuggets did, because that's what the Nuggets they lost their bench.
Well, that's the problem with the CBA is that it makes it very difficult for you to be able to pay your stars and pay your guys and then still remain with that bench. But on the flip side, the Nuggets lost their GM that built that team. And so that was part and parcel to them losing that bench. And OKC with Sam Presti, they're phenomenal at drafting and
Presti was there
in guys and he was there during the KD and Russell Westbrook and Harden time.
He built that team as well.
Yep.
He's been through two builds, and he was actually there for the Paul George era too. So really a couple different, and they got 4 first-round picks. Is that what Jake just said? 4?
Oh yeah, they got a ton, and they got 4 first-round picks next season. So
they're set up. Maybe the Thunder are a nice little run here. I mean, you got your bench, and then you just draft these guys that are rookies, and then maybe they become your bench players or starters too.
And so that's where I think the Nuggets were on the same path. They didn't have as many draft picks, but they were in that same mindset of let your bench walk and then draft guys.
They kind of remind me of, I know the Celtics didn't win, but when the Celtics traded like Paul and like Kevin Garnett away, and they got all those picks that hit from Brooklyn and everything, and they were getting all like the names that were building around and everything. Man, they're showing the Celtics last year, and they're showing Jaylen Brown holding the trophy, not Jason.
Yeah.
And what I was going to say was, we were talking about like the whole narrative, like, the NBA was trying to push like a European star. Well, SGA is not European or American.
Yeah, no, he's Canadian.
Yeah, so like, Lisa Salters.
Thank you, Lisa. These finals show
Adam Silver, huh? Surprised the coach isn't wearing an NBA champion shirt.
Yeah.
And a hat. He's young, isn't he?
Yeah, he's young too. He's a young coach. I think he's in his 30s.
To the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team first mentality, homegrown all-stars, and a very special culture. Clay Bennett, Sam Presti, Coach Daigneault, and this amazing team. Congratulations, you're the 2025 NBA champions.
Well, it's a great show, man. It's about that time I hop off of here and.
Yeah, well, we will be. I said, well, first off, thank you, man. I'm glad we could do this. It sucks that Hal got hurt early and kind of killed the vibes for the game, at least. I mean,
Well, you know, it
they
was
did the first half.
competitive. Yeah, it was competitive in the first half. So
But we will be recording this week a little AFC West action, a little talk preview of that wonderful division upcoming for the 2025 NFL season, not 2024, 2025 NFL season. But yeah, Alan, man, we'll be back here in a couple of days to record, and you know,
Yep.
good. Now every team for the NBA season, by the way, they are undefeated at the moment. So
this is true. Hey, I'm excited for some heated discussions on Wednesday night, man. I'm pretty excited for that because I think this is another one of those hotly contested divisions.
yeah, Broncos, I'm still standing on business. 2025 AFC West champions this year, led by Bo Nix and Sean Payton. Defense is going to be one of the top defenses in the league, and they get a home playoff game next year.
Yep.
So we'll see. But I'm Mark Davis. That's Alan Tomasello. Shout out to Chris as well for being in here with us. This is All About the Boss podcast. See you guys next time for a live episode sometime in August. Goodbye.